room in terms of where everyone is here, but we are going to see some immediately fights happen in our first game out of 6.
Yeah, now Mike's gonna be going up into the Ascension form, and he's not alone. We got TT25, no armor, no weapon, all bow, all hands, and all on deck, because he's gonna take his F2 into investment. He finds double weapons there, looking to try to swap out here the dual blades, looks to charge R&B, hoping to see about a parry, but he gets caught by a Dragon Slayer. Unique's first elimination coming through here. Very nicely done, but Mike looks for the grapple bump. He's gonna get successful with it. Hottie has his F2 to be on standby, but as you can probably tell, Mike has himself into the motion, keeping the momentum, keeping the chase, and making sure that he's kind of working himself out here of looking what's the case scenario for when everything moves around, because once he sees Unique, he sees how low he is, he wants to look for that elimination, and he finds it, but the Soul Bloom is going to be picked up for everything that's coming out here. Star has his spear on blue rarity, blue armor on standby, grab bomb clean, looks for the LMBs, looks for the crouch LMBs, maybe looking for a little bit of action as that blue focus is not going to come out. He saw the zipping a mile away, and if everything comes out for the motions, I think one thing that leaves out to Mike is getting a blue focus towards a horizontal, and then he catches the combo breaker. This is a good investment. Of course, Mike looks for the LMBs of Star, going for a clink left to right, and looking for the blue focus again and again. And of course, Mike just says, it's all right, I'm just gonna out-sustain this one, bro. And this is gonna be where it comes out the horizontal into the LMBs and looking for the R&Bs, but that's the Keelan ultimate active. The Immortality Guard hasn't been procced. Mike having to look towards his loot, see if he can find an armor that could be swapped out. Isn't gonna be successful with it, has to burn out this ultimate. This is 25 seconds on Mike's hand of just trying to look for the immunity dodges, and he's not gonna be able to get anything for it, because of right now, if Star isn't gonna back off here, Mike is gonna definitely look for this chase.
Gonna take the chase seriously here. Star is going to continue to keep that same energy right towards him here. Oh, but Mike is able to steal it away and actually snatch the rest of his shield away from him just in the nick of time here. Obviously, definitely having that being dangerously low in that second here, but still able to push it all the way towards the top here. Zerano, another decent situation here. Blue focus trying to see if he can time it a little bit better, but not enough here. Zerano was able to time for it, almost was able to catch him with the parry, but sadly was looking the other direction. Meanwhile, able to take the steal all the way here. Goes inside of the bell here for a little bit of protection. Actually, that's kind of smart. I didn't even know you could do that. A little bit of a peekaboo here. Both of them timing it with the blue strikes. Oh, both of them missing, actually. Oh, but the parry coming through from Morano here. Beautiful switch up right on the GG Shaw. He's able to catch him under the juggle. Question is he going to be able to complete it? Yes, he does. Even ends it with the pistol elimination. AWG starts off strong. Ends up feeding through it with one elimination at least, but he's trailing behind OUG's Mike that's leading it on top of Spider here with 2. Seems like both of them are deciding they definitely don't want to end up like how they usually have these last few weeks. You know, Spider and Mike has really been struggling these past couple of weeks here. So it'd be interesting to see if they actually pull through and do what they usually do.
Yeah, pop off, right? Yeah, that's the thing, because I know that we saw that Mike interview where he's like, I'm just trying to look to try to adjust to the skill versus the sword, because he's a very, very technical gamer when it comes down to fighting. Frostivus, though, getting him skill stolen here from this point. I think Verse is going to be that instigator here. There's going to be F2 to try to negate that teleportation from Frostivus from that V2. Now, Verse has himself 20 percentage points left until his ultimate's ready. Goes for a little bit of pot shots here as Frostivus goes ahead, gets a full heal off, gets a nice Hexa Harmony Spear strike off of this, but the dual Howers could do a lot of damage here, given towards Frostivus' advantage, and the F2 is going to be up here again for Verse. Now, if Verse can look towards holding that horizontal in the face of danger, he could find his chance, and there's going to be the neutral. There's going to be the downhill crouch LMB, jump LMB for the extension, has ultimate in case anything comes out, but he has F2, and all he needs is one LMB. Verse, a menace. 2 eliminations so far in this game. He is second place overall in the standings, and now Mike up against Spider over to the Ascension Forum is now going to be looking it up head to toe with the fist blades in action against Liam.
Even with that here too, Mike still trying not to get caught up here as we see the rematch that we love to see between both players. Spider getting caught with the parry coming in from Mike. Mike actually getting decimated though. Oh, beautiful return though, but it almost ends up actually being the worst fate for Mike here as the third party actually comes in and almost scours away onto Mike's chances on getting elimination from Spider here. And now Arano decides he wants to get in on some of this action as well. He put his $5 in, got it. Meanwhile, Arano's gonna take that time here with the combo. Arano holds strong here, just in the nick of time, but sadly not able to do too much here. He wants to steal this elimination away. Can he do it though? It looks like he's gonna be able to catch the heal, but no! Spider was able to block him just in the nick of time here. And just like that, Spider gets elimination on Mike, and Arano finishes Spider off with his elimination as well. Arano getting 2 eliminations, but Spider at least leading out of there with another pick and 3 eliminations to his name inside of this game here. Arano still taking his time here. It really could have been bad for him here if he stayed a little bit longer, but doesn't look like the nerf coming in from those hand blades is that insane. Looks like it's still very, very dangerous tool.
Yeah, FaZe players still have their motion. I know that everyone's kind of wondering if this is the very, very current patch. Not the case, folks. It's going to be the 24th of September patch coming through here, which is the previous patch towards this one. Now, for the FaZe players, they still have their actions to be held across the board. Purple Rarity FaZe players just hurt a lot. And now, taking into consideration that Arano exits those kills with 28k, who made his way to the shop just to make sure he can ensure something into the sidelines. Because Romy Yang's going to be coming up here. Now, Mike resetting all the way out to into the zone, toward the mandate courtyard, the statue workshop, I should say. He's going to be going ahead and trying to go for a full reset. And he can. He's affording himself able to do it. He has the sustain of Zippying. Meanwhile, in the Imperial camp, this is where Spider decided to resignate himself into trying to find a reset. For the Romy Yang, though, fights are going to be held out here as the Romy Yang pass has to be accrued. Arano is holding the fort down towards the gate of heaven. For Arano, taking a tuna into play is massive. He also has Juggernaut level 2. Double or triple purple weapons on standby for the melee, but a ballista shot in the background. I'm not sure who's going to be the instigator for that one, but GG Shaw is over to that instance. 30 seconds until Romy Yang pass is allowed for entry, and now AS looking to try to get some pokers off. You can see Aizen, he's going to be looking for the engagement here. Hoping to see whether or not you're going to see some pistol shots connect there as they're using the terrain to their advantage, the pillars, the little bell tower, and the lampage points. And I think this is going to be where AIS is going to really try to contest this one out.
He's going to try to. The question is, can he succeed here? Meanwhile, he still has a lot of those waves here. It looks like he's waiting for it here. His action just trying to... Oh, he does end up catching him here. Pistol shot, sadly, not going to be able to do its insane amount of damage. How's the opportunity for another throw here? Was unsuccessful in that one here. He's able to catch it just long enough here. It looks like he's going to go into the realm of Yang, but actually ends up getting stuck, at least from what I can tell. I don't know what the theory is there in terms of what he was trying to do here, but here we go. First realm of Yang of the night. Paste and T225 fighting this out inside. Let's see what happens as Bolton's going to be waiting it out up top, going airborne. Sadly was unable to miss on both blue focuses on each side here. Ace trying to see if he can time it just a little bit, but sadly not able to as T225 gets a little faster. Backs up and hits him straight in the shoulder. Oh, beautiful parry to connect it onto Pace. The T225 is able to at least try to carry it somewhat. Forces the ulti to come out from Pace here, and now it's not looking good here, as that ulti is doing an insane amount of damage, ruining so much of the shield here. Almost catching him on the second hop, but not able to do a lot of damage for that, though. And now T225 goes airborne. Pace still keeping it up here, not giving him too much of an opportunity for him to heal. It looks like now he's finally going to be able to come down here. And here comes the problem with why Hadi is so good in those moments. He's able to escape and he's able to go back and re-engage and fight it, confusing the player and almost catching him just outside of the wind.
Yeah, I felt like Pace was going to be looking for a slash before the grapple, but he went vice versa. But the 1-2-3 uppercut is confirmed. AS is doing work against Verse, but Verse finds the F2 investment from the Valda. This is big. This is going to be a chance here to try to sustain out because we don't have a Valda on standby for AS. This is going to be a chance of just going back and forth for neutral or just chip damage. Now, we know that there's a musket on hand for Verse. He's going to have to really space out. He's going to try to go for confirmation hits. Facing away, there's pistol shots coming in from AS. We saw that earlier from the engagement outside of the Imperium Temple for the Hall of Eternity. Now, Verse gets himself a parry. Nicely done. And that confirmation, even through the combo breaker, is confirmed for the attacks. In the meanwhile, we see Spider. He finds himself in a hunt position against Mike, it looks like. And of course, Mike is on common armor, but he is a zipping with 100% ultimate. And you can see Frostbus hiding on the bushes. So seeing about when the time is to strike. Frostbus, he's looking to try to go through this week and just trying to see about what he can try to test out here before he goes into LCQs next weekend. And he's playing Atari this round, right? 0 eliminations. He lost his first life up against. We saw that earlier. But now it's up to him whether or not he wants to chase this down or just wait this one out, because whether or not Spider is still on the hunt for Mike, as T225, winner of the Romy Yang, is on the tail as well.
On that tail, indeed, here is Mike. Still has a great shield even after all this time. Definitely would have thought he would at least find a blue shield, at least to his advantage. Sadly, not able to find anything here is Mike. Oh, he actually might have he could have had them keep walking past, but most likely probably would have went inside here. Mike just trying to keep rotating as fast and as much as possible here. Ends up rotating to find Pace in one section here. Meanwhile, Verse still trying to continue on with the chase as well. Pace using this opportunity to go a little bit airborne, trying to see if he can get some bow shots on the T225. Only able to get a little bit of burn take on him. Able to get an incredible amount of damage as Mike finds a free moment here. Go for the reshield as GG Shaw ends up putting a nice little slash in between Mike here, but able to also disengage as well outside of this one. Surrounded by a lot of purple shield players here inside of this moment here. T225 ends up getting caught on the inside here. T225 getting a little naughty with Arano's. Got to be careful here. GG Shaw trying to see if he can find a little bit of some Ariel just to see if he can find a moment. Oh, but he ends up fighting T225 from inside of the bush. A little bit of luck, a little bit of skill. Could be a little bit of everything here. And now it's a chase here. T225 dangerously low here as he's flying airborne. He doesn't want to get caught up, especially with all of these players here, but he looks like he wants to get in on this fight. He actually doesn't want to go for the heal. As now Shaw, dangerously low, not looking good. Oh, Pace comes through, beautiful strike onto that one. He actually ends up getting two. Beautiful finesse, beautiful finish. Able to get GG Shaw and T225 as one of those players had the Realm of Yang on him. So obviously he was able to keep the game going as he's able to get a free resurrection for himself. Meanwhile, Shaw is out of the game with 0 eliminations. Unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. Pace is on himself for that BOGO deal. Taking those kills, taking the wins if he can. Now, well, Rano wants to greedy face to face. Yeah, a little bit greedy because now it's going to be Pace up against Rano. And Rano has no armor. He's going to be chipping away Pace's armor now at 600, having to really worry about these blue focuses because Fist Blades versus Dagger is a very, 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 very fun and interesting matchup, considering Clink's going to be occurring from the Soul Break or even towards the extension of a double dodge attempt from the Fist Blades. But Pace repositions towards Frostivus as well as Spider chases down Frosty, and Frosty's taking a lot of a beating here as the Matari, and taking the Mataris out is kind of the biggest employ for this play, and he cuts that cavern off as Spider gets a hit, and AS finds that Soul Bloom and uses F2 to really pressure away and space off. Now Spider, taking 4 eliminations into this game, is the kill leader so far, to my knowledge, because AS only has 1 elimination and he's healing up into this background. Romy Yang 2 is available. We have the body of Frostfist to take out some Jades as well as some equipment coming through there. Pace making his way into that Romy Yang towards the Twilight Spice. He's going to be just holding this fort down. He's got 22k gold on standby. He's going to buy supplies as it's normally supposed to be going through. He needs Jades too, but he's going to be prioritizing those supplies first, and I'm okay with that, you know, because sometimes you need grapples to get to this guy and armor patterns to reset, because once you get into a Romy Yang fight, either that fight ends in 30 seconds or you can go for the full durations for a minute and a half.
A lot of time to be able to make some magic happen, though. Definitely getting real hasty, especially in these. And just like how we say before, in terms of this game, anything can change. We're going to look back at the replays here and show you exactly what the definition of that is here. As GG Shaw, middle of that fight here, inside of the Realm of Yang with Arano from earlier. Both of them blue focuses trying to see if they can connect on which one's going to hit more. Meanwhile, Arano ends up actually popping the ulti here currently. Shaw ends up getting caught within the juggle. Doesn't looking good for him there. And Arado able to fully switch that up. Just like that, that advantage becomes his in the nick of time. Meanwhile, Arado trying to fight off JL AIS. AIS ends up getting the choice. Whoa! And some guys inside of that one here. He says, oh, you thought you had the chance. No, not today, buddy. You're going to get caught inside of the whirlwind.
That 3-point conversion. Scored.
What happens when you get caught in that? You just drown a little bit.
Yo, someone in YouTube chat said that. They typed it out. They said, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I was like, what?
Listen. I made the mistake, okay? The one thing I always said, and it's the reason why a lot of people talk about it, I said I want Volda to ult on me.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That is stuck with chat ever since. So now that she's buffed, I'm excited. Not in that way. Pause.
Oh, yo, pause. Taking everything into consideration, I think AS takes his parry to the home plate, and he takes that weapon, the purple weapon that Pace has been holding on for so dear life. You know, it's crazy too, though. He finds himself to get parried, and Pace takes the weapon out of his hand. So now it's an equal lump sum game, and AS has F2 still. He's been holding on for it. Looks to try to look for a horizontal, scare rushing in and out, and maybe hopefully looking for a scare rush at another R&B. He's taking a lot of damage here. He has a force ult. This is 18 seconds that comes out here, and Pace is going to use the ultimate in response. B2 spinning around, going for the 10-720 backspin. Of course, there's going to be the slash confirmation 1. Looks for level 2. Mitigating through this point is going to be Pace holding out for dear life. He hits strike number 2, but he is, I think he just hit Immortality Guard. We're going to have to triple check that one because his HP is now at that point. He's no longer safe, but he still finds pressure against AS, and AS is a troublesome standards right then and there. Is the Valdo ultimate early investment against Aquila is kind of a tough output because when you're using it defensively in that scenario, nothing's going to set you up more than Aquila looking for a hold check dash, and that's going to be what happened right then and there. AS is going to take his loss here for Romy Yang depletion, and then Romy Yang on the other side, TT25 finds a kill against Verse, and Verse is going to be getting eliminated by a cannon. I'm pretty sure we see a replay, it's going to be a cannon shot on the pillar, and that's like what the Romy Yangs are all about, taking those proximity shots and making sure those things work out, because taking the cannon to Romy Yang is that biggest grievance for your opponent, especially when they're trying to look for a reset.
With that reset here, still going to be very helpful for some of these players. We're going to look in on T225 here. So far, he's having a decent game. Going to flip it back towards the rotation here. Looks like he's going to try to see if he can get some stuff on him. Go a little shopping. He does have 21 bands on him, so he's got a little bit of some money to work with. Get some extra stuff. Make sure that he's set up. Meanwhile, the clock is ticking on Verse. 4.5 minutes. All he has to do is get himself a soul blade. He doesn't eat soul gem. He doesn't even have to necessarily get elimination. He just needs to steal one away. That way he can keep the game alive for himself here. It looks like he's finding his first one, which is Pace. Unfortunate though, is he doesn't have that gold shield on him. And a massive broom here. Don't get Swift or Wet Jet in the middle of all this. Because he isn't finding the nice combos here from the blue focus with the dagger. Almost misses out on the musket shot. Pace is trying to find it. Meanwhile, Spider is real close by. Gotta be careful. Don't want to get caught in the web. But even if he does miss out on the elimination, all he needs to do is get the soul gem. All he needs. As Verse does end up getting juggled here. Unfortunate for him there. Trying to see if they can time it on both sides here. Waiting for it. Oh, nice dodge coming in from Verse. Waiting for the timing. Does it again. Ole! What it looks like so far here. Oh no, both of them getting caught though. Not looking good. Dangerously low on both sides here. Is Verse gonna try to see if maybe he can complete the finish here onto Verse. Oh, it's not looking good as Spider ends up stealing the elimination away. Not even giving him the opportunity here. But AIS.
He yoinks.
He yoinks it. Does exactly what he needs to.
Exactly. Yeah, he planned that out accordingly. It's crazy too, considering that all the pressure that was coming from all sides. AS found a sneaky way in. Post Keelan Slash, a lot for that soul boom pickup. Now he's good, but TT25 finds his fight against Toronto. This is two targets I actually wanted to see about the contesting fights against, because it's Liam versus Hadi, and this is going to be a gold pulse versus Fan. For TT5, converting that pole sword, that great sword, into a pole sword, meaning this is a secondary gold weapon. He's going to be going ahead and chasing this into the Ascension Forum. For Pace, he is chasing this one down as well. Now, for TT25, 2 eliminations, has White Tiger's prowess. That's not a problem, right? That's a sustain, a 25 heal tick over time each second. And now it's up to TT5 just to look towards Chase. Even if he takes a little bit of chip damage here and there, he's still going to have enough time to try to look for a fight, even if he takes like a range shot from somewhere else. And there's still plentiful amount of targets for him to look around. It's just whether or not someone's going to be looking into this direction. We know a lot of players have themselves and eyes to be kept around this area, especially coming off of those eliminations, especially coming off of AIS, now approaching to the scene, and Spider off of the sightlines, and Unique heating in there. This is the fight I wanted to see. For the cannon shot, TT25 puts himself into that Romy Yang up against Verse, and we saw how the fight went in TT25's favor, but it's kind of crazy seeing how it's turning out here. TT25 takes a heal to the sky, avoiding all of the Matari teleport into the horizontal releases with that dagger. Verse is very stacked here at this point. Gold dagger with the Matari, it's like nothing could set him up more for success. But TT25's kiting right now is most immaculate. He's looking for every single dodge behind the pillar and keeping himself sustained, because once it comes down towards it, he has enough sustain to look, mitigate that one musket shot, look at try to stone form out, looks for the RMBs, looking for the crouch LMBs, looking for the charge. That's going to be a mitigation for the Assassin's Lunge as it comes out for the hold horizontal, backs away, kites away, re-engages, scare rushes in, and makes sure that F2 gets burned. And that's going to be the case where he can have full frontal, where no free neutral comes out. And this is going to be where Verse needs to look to kite himself. But look, cannon shot to LMB, to RMB, and then one last cannon shot. We know how this ends. Bot. Oh, bot. There it is. And that's going to be where TT5 got that victory.
It's unfortunate. Not necessarily the best part here when you're dangerously low and you're trying to keep your distance. Meanwhile, they got something that can be able to close in that distance. And the cannon is one of those things that can close in that distance.
Yeah. Another thing too, he's got Mortal Defiance, Dragon War, has himself a Thunder Call, Rupture Gale Orb, Juggernaut, and a tuna, bro. As a hottie, a tuna? Like, this man's set.
Can he do that while in the air?
No. If he can do that in the air, it's over.
I'm about to say, he can't pray in the air. Like, it's great to have it, but I'm like, he won't be able to do it airborne. That'd be tough.
That would be tough. I think
imagine
this one
he's
right
like
there,
sitting there and he could pray while in the air, floating.
He's ascended.
Really? Like, actually, though. Like
divine intervention spell on standby. It's crazy.
It's giving God tendencies. I don't want to do that, but you know, it's giving, like, you know, above all, you know. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, back to it here is we're gonna look at Mike here. Try to see what else he can get from this. He's gonna take his time. Well, with all of the other players here, Unique AIS ends up getting hit by a far pistol shot coming in from Unique, though. 8225 nearby here is now. It's time for the loot. Bruh. Come on, get your loot. Get your good loot. Let's go, baby. Try to see what can happen here. And 225 is going to sit nice and pretty on the inside here. He said, yes, sir. I'm like that. Because he does show y'all he's got that thing on him. Be careful. Don't want to get caught up. He ends up not really getting much. Got some gold now. Pretty good for him. Just like that, that confidence is growing on T225. Now it looks like he wants in on the action. Now look at him. He got that gold switch. Now look at him. He's ready to fight. He want to take on everybody. He said, let's go, Pace, what's up? You got gold, I got gold. What's good? Nice little grapple to capture him here on the inside here. Oh, ends up catching a nice little slide here towards this yet again. Oh, beautiful slam down here. Ends up getting an alley-oop thrown in as Pace is now forced to pop the ulti here. He wanted to cause some problems, and he did. Yes, sir, yet again. It's now Pace starting to come in on a little bit of some problems on his own with another player here. Forces himself to run away and escape all of the onslaught that was coming in from all different sides here. He got lucky, but T225 wants more of that fight here. He said, no, where you going, big boy? Come here. You ain't going nowhere. Hold on. Let me talk to you. As pistols come through here, and Pace and Mike ends up actually getting elimination onto Pace here. Unfortunate, though, wasn't able to complete it all the way, but still, he said, you know what? You thought you had it. Now it's my time, buddy.
Yeah, it's just going through his time. I think Mike right now taking his third elimination in this game as a zipping. Hopefully to see, because Spider is now going to be the one target here that T25 is going to focus on. The Rupture Gale Burn is doing work here. Spider has no more armor to his stead. He's going to be looking for a swap. Oh my goodness. I would take off my headset. That's everything that comes out to you. That everything that you fear and come forth is when you're locked into a building and Moonbane's on you. And now forcing everybody out of the Ascension form inside hall. So now everyone's like, no, I'm gonna get out of here. We're not taking any fights off of this end. T225, he's fighting around here as Exon's gonna be looking to the corner. He's got Mystic Might. We know that Justina is still in the game. This is F2. Right, 2 dashes, guaranteed dash through gold focus, guaranteed dash through blue focus. This is where it comes down towards if he can burn that ultimate, he can make work against her, especially with him having flight form to be active. And T225 looks towards Luke here. He's got a stacked build. There's nothing else that he can kind of work off of. He's got a common pair of nunchucks just for the pressure of Dragon War alone, and that's all he really needs when it comes down to it, because his Pulse War game has been on fleek here so far, Dobby.
Been good as well here. Meanwhile, Action trying to see if he can not get caught up by the Bane's Breath alongside all of the players that's right next to him as well. Beautiful parry from Action to be able to connect it on the T225. T225 pauses the Q and says, I got to get out of here as well towards this. The timing couldn't have been any better. Action forces the ulti here. Arctic Wraith could be dangerous for anybody. Somebody's going to be feeling the brrr. And it just started to hit October. Going into November, it's about to get real cold for somebody. That looks like it's going to be T225. Got just a little bit of that ice on him as well. Looks like he's going to be able to push towards it. Oh, but it's not going to be enough. His AIS absolutely shreds him with the pole blade as well. Then see you later. And just like that, now T225 is trying to escape here, but it's not looking good for him as he has to force to pop the ulti here. As he's going to go airborne, gets himself a little bit of some heals, keeps the game alive for himself here, but I just have to reset here. Nice, decent escape here is Unique and Mike nearby, both of them fighting it out. T225 said, hey, y'all do it over there. No, not here. Whoa, it's getting him. Never mind. He ends up getting pushed on the outskirts here towards the Circle Tick. Circle Tick is going to slowly close in little by little here. Not looking good for him here. T225 forces to back off here. We're down to our final 5. Forces to use the shield swap here from this. He comes to Suna as it gives him a little bit of some boom.
I lay my feet down. I clasp my hands and I look above. That's T225 when it comes down to, because this man wants an MVP. I want an MVP for my boy. But listen, Mike with the Dreadful Whale, not a tough thing to kind of diminish, because there's going to be that Dragon War. Common rarity. But that pistol reset for that stand is going to give T225 a free R&B blue focus. Unfortunate for Mike, because now he has to kite. He's got to take every single opportunity here. F1 is still invested. The V1 is still available if he needs to really use that to mitigate a focus onslaught of action. XDD option selection right now. Because you can see right now with the Assassin's London he's got, it's enough pressure. But he's also got himself into, hopefully he doesn't grief himself, but he also has Switch Dazzle. So if he's going to be using that, unintentionally, the moment of reckoning is coming through with that crossbow he has in the secondary slot. We'll have to see. Otherwise, Unique takes his pressure onto T225 as it goes to the sky level. We're gonna see Unique try to look for the high ground here. Now, of course, Unique has that one elimination that we saw earlier into the games. Of course, T225 makes sure he can look for a cannon shot. That Rupture Gale is so important when it comes down to these end game circles. 2.5 minutes left on the clock, and you can probably tell right now the T225 as well as Unique, both hotties into the field of play, needed to make sure they can try to keep themselves down, but then T225 smacks him right in the face. Like, no. We're not facing the allegations. There's going to be a huge play coming out between both of these guys. As it comes out to T225, he makes sure that AS is holding himself down and making sure that Unique can then take the pressure onto that Valda, because taking that Valda out is going to be important when it comes to this end game circle. And if you can burn her ult before then, that's all you need to make sure this game goes without an issue.
Beating the allegations is crazy in the middle of this game, knowing you still got 5 people left in the middle of the circle slowly closing in like an absolute hot tamale here. Meanwhile, AIS is going to be able to capture him on the corner here with the parry. Going to be able to go for the nice reset with him as well here towards this, as AIS is going to go right up top, get some nice dagger hits on the Star. All of them absolutely moving in all different directions. Nobody can be still in this final circle, but I take it back here as AIS is going to be forced to stand still as he ends up getting carried mid-air. And now he's caught within a tough situation here. Oh, TC25 and T. Both of them get caught up in a tough situation here. He's blue. He's on the outskirts of the circle. It's not looking good for him here. Almost gets caught with another section from the ulti here as he tries to hold strong just a little bit more longer here. And now, even with that here, trying to take his time here, he's catching himself inside of the circle. Oh, it's not looking good for him, though, as he forces the ulti. He's got to be able to come up that ulti here. Not looking good. Gonna go airborne, seeing if maybe he can catch somebody within the strike. It looks like he's able to, oh, it almost catches one. Sadly, wasn't able to here. And the cannon shots gonna connect onto a few of these players here. Let's see if he's able to catch somebody. No, not able to. Oh, nice hit on the Star here. Both of them gonna be able to time it up. So many cannon hits from everywhere. AS is trying to hold strong long enough, but it's not gonna be enough. The Star tries to see if he can do the exact same thing. He's dangerously low here. Already popped his ulti. Now he has none left. Nowhere to shield swap. Nowhere to go. He's gonna let the circle tick actually steal him away, but sadly Mike was able to hit the last shots. So the elimination is gonna go to him. 3 eliminations down. Mike actually catches that one. That's gonna be his 4th. And now down to the final 3. Mike holding strong here, but it's not gonna be the best as he ends up getting parried. Oh, the double parry coming in from Unique. And Unique able to time it just well enough to do exactly what he needs to. And now the final stun, the final backup on each side. Unique gonna be able to take that away as both of them, both hotties. It's crazy to see both hotties at the very end here. It's an airborne fight here, ladies and gentlemen. Who's gonna end up on top? Both of them raging with all of the flames of all of the each side here. And Unique gets caught with the combo, not able to do enough as T225 ends up stealing it towards the end and gets the first elimination for game number 1.
Got a shout out to Smirk King out here smiling like Mel Gibson from Think Like a Woman. Listen, this man is on his game. You saw Unique. I got flashbacks. I got flashbacks from last season, or from Jacob. I saw everything lined up and more I saw except now in Fedoria, except this time TG5 took that cakewalk.
Now, it's very interesting to see where everybody's landing here. So it definitely looks like it's going to be seeing some more fights yet again. Some more juicy, immediate fighting, hopefully. And for some of the other ones, it might be a little bit more of a relaxing, a little sprawling through the fields, you know, smelling of the roses. Oh, never mind. I took that back as AOUG is going to get caught in an infight inside of this fight. What side of Mike? Did Mike just get slapped, though?
Twice.
It looked like he just straight threw his hand back and said, "Get out of my face." Like, yo. A little disrespectful, I ain't gonna lie. Meanwhile, Ace trying to see if he can find it again here with this elimination. Sadly, he was able to actually. Wait, what? The defensive clan was able to do just enough. Mike trying to keep it alive here, but not long enough. As Ice actually steals that elimination, and now just like that, he might end up catching a 2-fer. Let's start for Pace here, as he is already playing decently well. Already put himself right under the chopping block for the qualification here, under that red line here. So Pace has a shot. He's got an opportunity here. He has to be able to close in this fight and this elimination. It looks like he does here as he pops the ulti. And because of the popping, I'm surprised. Yeah. The ulti, just him, like, what? Just him doing that actually was able to successfully get him the elimination. I've never seen that happen before.
Yeah, the amount of damage on that is minute for it to be that low. But we see a triple jump LMB, a quadruple, quintuple jump LMB from Frostfist. Can we get that pistol shot to finish off the job? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And Frostfist takes himself into the heel. Now he loses that soul bloom. That's okay, right? Because you see X in the background. He's going to yoink that one soul bloom. But Frostfist just did some nasty work there, man. He pulled out that quintuple 5 jump LMBs in a row. I know C8's out there yelling it out. Verse, though, takes himself for the R&Bs. Unique puts himself into the spot, burning out his F2 to kind of lock down Verse. Klinka's going to come out here towards the Moonfall Pass, has to avoid the trap line as he could have gotten caught by a blue focus vertical. Unique still playing around for keeps on these traps as Verse kites around towards the Moonfall. One grapple stacker is all he needs, but Verse has enough distance to try to look for an armor if he can. He's fighting into the trove. There's a blue armor swap right there. Verse looking to try to lock it in. He finds it. Frame 1. And Unique now has himself only a combo breaker and an ultimate to work off of. Otherwise, he's got no grapples. He can't escape this fight if he tries to go through with it. You know Verse is going to be looking to try to lock down with those dash R&Bs if he can. Now, of course, the staff gets parried. Verse getting caught with the jump LMB there again, and therefore there's going to be a chance for Unique looking for a cannon shot. Oh my goodness, 1 HP, but another armor swap. Verse just, he's taking the mic energy right now and finding all these armor swaps. I'm just going to let you know that now.
And with that here, Unique still able to do exactly what he needs to here, but sadly, it still has 0 eliminations on him. As Star and Pace now in the middle of a chase scene currently. Star having a little bit of a lead ahead of him with the heals. Oh, never mind. I take it back, and just like that, one blue focus, nice little bit of some dodging, and just like that, now the pace is a little bit different here. See what I did there?
Yeah.
As Pace tries to see if he can close it in, not able to do too much here. Star pops the shield to keep the game alive for himself here, almost tries to dodge it, not enough, as Star ends up becoming the main character of this fight. And Pace ends up actually taking a back seat and a guest starring role. Now he's going to have to go back to the starting point. Goes for the resurrection. As Unique and Verse, same thing here. Trying to see if they can time his strike as well here, but sadly, it's not going to be able to get him a 16th. Oh, Unique! It's going to be able to teach him and show him how unique it really is here. Nice strike to be able to catch him on the outside here. Almost catches him, and he almost gets caught by the tarp. It was enough to be able to cut Verse just a little while longer here, but he only needs is one more strike to successfully capture this elimination here. Oh no, he ends up getting juked, actually. Oh, he might have went inside. This might have given him just enough time for him to pop the shield as he's able to here. He ends up finding him, and he has enough time to pop the heal. Beautiful reset. Oh, that could have been so amazing for Unique here to capture the elimination, but now he has to start back basically from square one. Says it again with the juggle. Nice hits, nice strikes. Oh, but he's not going to miss out on the opportunity again as he keeps the combo going. Gets a nice kick, kicks him on the outside and said, yeah. Oh.
Yo, I'm wondering, because Unique could have just gone for a 1-2-3 blue there. A little bit. Maybe. I don't know. We got to look at the maths. But the thing is that Unique confirms the kill. That's all he needs to do. Frost got another kill, this time against Exen, who was over by Metop. So that's going to be 2 kills for Frost was down over there. I know you guys are trying to keep track of the boy. DG5 putting himself here in a little bit of spot. Purple Fan, around 700 health. Needs to look for an armor swap because GG Shaw's looking to hunt this around. And we are kiting throughout Plume Castle as it intends for it to be. Because with all these tros as well, DG5 finds one railing spacing enough for Shaw not to be able to catch any staggers as he's throwing out these blue focuses. F2 investment to get into the high ground, spacing away, reinitiating maybe potentially with the drop down blue. We'll have to see because DJ Shaw goes straight down towards the temple and just make sure he can get inside into the underground, a blue armor swap that he had previously swapped down towards. Now from Metop into the Jin armor, we see Mike putting his way over here. Blue weapon, blue armor, blue everything. Even his outfit's blue. Now he's going to be looking to try to go for this, right? If we have into the Realm of Yang, it's going to be spawning in here. Gold staff on the standby for Star. So this man is going to be the protagonist if he keeps this rolling going. And he is playing that Zipping Ying, as we mentioned before, right? Very rare do we see it. But if a player sees it, it's going to be an echo chamber for other players to try to see about her potential. And especially considering that when we saw how much you can kind of partition and spacing around, nothing's going to stop us by. And she is a classic into Holoroth, as you've seen before, when the Fairy of Shens and Zippy Yings ruled the lands.
Meanwhile, looks like it's going to be a nice little call. The inskirts here. Spider is able to get the pick and choose me for the Realm of Yang here. So we're going to go back to where we was here before. Here, I'm sorry. Did he just stand in the middle of the air? Hello? I didn't notice that one here. Is Rano. Going to see if he can not get caught up here. It's not looking good for him here. Definitely was on the real tough side of that. Little bit of a whoopsie coming in from the parry. Action. Trying to see if maybe he can find him here, but decides not to. Oh. Looks like GG Shaw fighting this out with Star. Star having a fantastic combo. Be able to really conjugate this moment here. Looks like Star is going to go for the chase here. Doesn't necessarily focus inside of it. Oh, but it looks like he's able to get captured all the way to the end here. It looks like he's going to head right back towards it. Might be able to get himself still back inside of the Realm of Yang here just in the nick of time. 3 seconds left on the clock. He's able to get himself a free elimination and a shot at some good prizes in the Realm of Yang.
Yeah, he also has the Overlord for his Jade, so nothing too crazy. He does have a lot of mitigation working through 2 HP Jades. We are going to see a chance here for the Fire or Target Lock, but we're not going to have any weapon for Unique as the stance. But he is a Valda. Up against a Zipping Ying, it's a little bit tough because that's a gold, that's a purple armor, Zipping Ying. Sustain is their name. No LNB, we're going to go for a triple. We're going to go for a quadruple, and we're going to be missing out, but that's okay because we got ourselves a pillar. We get caught by the bubble, so we're going to be soaked for a little bit of a while for a little bit of attack deduction. I know Star is not going to really matter about that much, but if he gets caught into a lot of points of damage here, this is going to be where he might be looking to try to force out space. There is going to be the Valda ultimate pretty preemptive. I'm going to be 100% honest. Unique's going to be throwing that first spear. and looking to try to go for the LMVs if he can, but the parry coming out for the attempt. Star finds it, hits it, confirms it for grapple extensions. Oh my goodness, we almost dropped that, but that's okay. We did drop it, but we avoided the second spear. Now we're going to try it for it again, a 2-1-1. There's going to be swapped. The F2 is still available. Now it's going to be the RMBs, and this is where Star is going to beat this one out because it's the staying alone. You know, the 2-1-1 is going to be successful there. Star gets his victory. It's going to be his 5th elimination into the game. Playing out for the fingers on his hand, he is going to be looking for another gold weapon. Gold fan finds himself a Vajra's grip and has a purple musket on that box as well. So for right now, Star's going to be in this fast track lane, right, to just hunt. And he's going to be hunting real quickly as it comes down towards the Fortress of Kalyani.
See what happened towards this here is, oh, Verse ends up getting absolutely destroyed. Able to continue to keep the upgrade going just in the nick of time here. Really was not looking great for him here. Oh no, and Verse ends up getting hit though by the Bane's Breath, but not too much. Able to keep himself alive, nothing too crazy. Lost a little bit of shield, nothing too wild. He still is able to fight. This is Arano's trying to see if he can clutch in just a little bit more longer. Same with AIS. AIS wants some of that action here. But Verse not letting him work hard for it. Said you gotta dive in. Oh, and it looks like he is though. It looks like he's able to capture the connection here onto it. KLA's 2225 trying to see if they can come in for the third party. Same with the other players here. Verse trying to do exactly what he can. Is able to find a blue shield swap. In the middle of all of that craziness here. Able to find a purple. Oh no, inside. Oh, he actually would have missed it if he didn't move. 2225 able to time it a little bit. Went through with the blue focus here. Might try to repeat it possibly here. So look on the inside from a different area. Spider fighting inside with Mike. Mike, definitely the play that we want to be seeing more often here. You don't get a chance to see it too often. Nice strike to be able to come through with that from the blue focus. It looks like he's going to pop the ulti here. And Mike is like, see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
You know what's crazy about Spider? He's been very tactile with his Batari. He uses V2 with F2. Like, he uses his teleport with this F skill combined forces to just lock down somebody in close quarters and just make their way in distancing a knockback. Now, there's going to be Spider with his RMBs post-ultimate. So for right now, nothing to give him any sort of stealth abilities. Finds a nice parry. This is huge. This is going to be knocking back into the Mike and force Falcon's perch. Tries to extend it off the stairwell, but Mike has that combo breaker. He's back inside Falcon's building, and now it's going to be where the perch is going to be. Mike's best refuge point. Parry bait, number one. Gonna go for the F2. Doesn't hit the confirmation that. Going for the blue focus, horizontal block extreme. Spider attempts to go for a meter dump. He has a little bit of the Binding Fury meter right now. Oh, look for a neutral LMB. Oh my goodness gracious. There he goes. Gets caught. I was gonna count it out, but the Vermilions is still available for Spider. He's still alive into this game. Mike finding his elimination here for number one into the game. We see Star actually picking up his 6th elimination. And like I said, Star made his way towards Fortress of Kalyani. He's making sure that he can try to force out pressure, but he is getting caught with every single one of the lobby hits. He still has Vermilions for another 30 seconds. So if he's going to be investing a lot of this time staying alive, this could burn out before then. But a lot of pressure coming in is exactly what he might be looking for just to burn this out, because he has now another chance of resetting back before the next Romy Yang begins.
What happens though with this one here? Mike, it's very surprising to see him on the chopping block. I think something you don't get a chance to see too often here. Is Verse trying to see if maybe he can get a nice little hit on the pistol, but not able to though. He was able to go for the reload. Now AIS wants some of this fight though, as he's going to be able to capture Verse on the grapple here. Waiting for the top strike from the blue focus. Was able to connect it, but not fully here. Both of them trying to take the dive out a little bit more. Like the pistol. Nice little backup pistol to be able to connect it. And now here comes the third party coming in T225. Captures him with the juggle. Here comes Star coming through with the third party. Wants to try to see if he can cause some problems yet again. Beautiful parry on the Verse here. Oh, ends up getting pulled, yanked, and says, come here, boy. The Star is able to take that elimination away just as bad as a stepfather trying to yank their son and be like, come over here. What do you think you're going, huh?
I just wanted some candy.
No, you won't. You can get candy. Can't afford it.
You got candy at home. And what is it? The little strawberry things from the church? It's crazy.
It's caramel that your grandma used to give you?
Yep. Got a bejito who gave me out the cherry candy, and I was like, word? Sure. And then I got old real quick when he handed that to 3 times, just because he said it was like it's a new thing, new candy, and I'm like, okay, no problem. Star putting out Frostmas. You know, we get a little bit sidetracked here. We got a little bit of chance here for the Romy Yang pass, as Frostmas kind of holding on to his own. He got himself a nice pair of kills early on. I'm kind of scared for him right now because he is going full send against Star, and Star is at 7 right now. That's a lot of money. So that's the first thing you got to understand. 82k Dark Tide coins on a standby. Star's cool as a cucumber, you know? Putting himself into a spot against a Liam, though, a little bit of a danger zone, especially if Liam can catch a lot of points here. There's a parry. That binding sword, he gets used. Okay, Frostus is good here, but the first R&B gets parried. A second chance. Star is actually going to get caught out by a horizontal. I don't think it's going to connect. Yeah, it won't, because that's going to be a tough fight now. The V1 is up. This is another set of sustain that Frostbus insta enters in the Romiang because he does not want to take that fight. That's okay. He's up against Verse. Verse going to be in the opposite ends. Windy Trinity here for Frostbus, so nothing really too special for a specialty J. Verse, on the other hand, he's got a purple staff, purple armor, playing Hottie, up against Liam. This is going to be the fight where it begins.
See if they're able to keep it to go there for both sakes here. As Frostbus, definitely a player that really needs to be able to pipe up a little bit more here, as he hasn't been really making noise as much as we have seen him do yet again. Looks like he's going to push in here with a little bit of some power. Is able to get some connectivity, not too much here. His Verse with staff, able to put a little bit of some power together. Trying to see if he can complete a combo, but not able to really. Looks like the blue focus trying to see if they're going to be able to strike it on each side here. Waiting for somebody to strike here, but it looks like one's going to jump the gun a little bit too early. Frostbus trying to see if he can follow suit and be able to connect it as well here. Both of them dodging it very well here, especially for Frostbus' sake. Frostbus gets caught up in the parry. Now looking good for him as he forces the secondary weapon. Now secondary weapon comes through, not able to do too much here. Frostbus trying to see if he can find the timing here as Verse is able to complete most of it here, just like that. Now he's going to pop the ulti. Goes for the runtime, not able to do too much. No time to really heal and repeat in terms of what's going on. And just like that, Verse is able to capture that elimination. And just like that, look at this, look at the feed. Spider gets elimination on Mike.
Yep, saw that. I was going to make mention. I was like, oh,
we're going to see that in the replay. Can't wait to see what happened there.
Yeah, buddy. Verse also picks up a Cloud Reaver, so that's going to be a Jade that he has on standby. Whether or not he's going to be able to find, Fist Blades of Worthiness, like a Mjolnir, the Mighty Hammer. It's going to be a good chance of seeing if he is going to be able to find a pair of those. Spider, though, Romiang winnings against Mike. Mike finding himself at Romiang depletion. Now, Star finds a bounty on Mike. TT5 just gets killed off right now, just then and there from Exen. And Verse takes out the Soul Altar here, for the Spirit Wheel, I should say. Now, this is Pinnacle Town, and there's a lot of kiting around for these buildings. The building, the walls, second floors, first floors, stairwells. There's a lot of spots here where players can just go ahead and disengage from any fights. The only problem is if one clink comes out with a jump LMB, jump horizontal, anything. A player can clink, and your disengagement is done. You can't escape no longer. You are locked in, and people can throw R&B like right now. Like, look, started looking towards Mike. Full check, first parry bait. Looking for a clink number one. We're going to double R&Bs. That Storm Stride doing work here. That's going to be a zippy with the Storm Stride. You got to remember, Star has a lot of money on standby for this, so this is going to be a chance for what he's got in his pocket. We're going to get a good reveal of this before his opponent's eyes and seeing what comes out here as an ace up his sleeve.
See if they can work towards and still keep that same energy going through here. Still a little bit of some hesitation for some of these play styles here. Is Mike absolutely dodging it here, but Spider getting a little bit more faster here. Able to capture some nice little picks here. Beautiful carry onto the juggle, but sadly was not able to complete it. Oh, nice strike though with the blue. He's able to finish it off here, and Spider was able to read whatever Mike was planning to do. He was able to read it all. Just like that, Mike is out of this game here. Very shocking coming from his first game. Really able to read so much into so many of these moments, especially in these middle league spikes. Okay, don't get caught up by the thorny roller now. Hold on. Let's not do that. Not just run ourselves into it. As Bauda, we try to see if he can clutch up here, but it's not looking good for him here. As he doesn't end up getting caught though. Almost getting caught though, should I say. Ooh, almost catches him off the first corner. Can he catch it off the second? Not able to. Trying to time the strike just a little bit here. As he's able to just keep his distance a little bit while longer here. It's almost ending here, as it looks like it does fully. Surprised that he doesn't take the full advantage of maybe being able to get a free strike potentially, but not able to do it. This is not looking good for him. His Verse is now just going to be able to come through. He's breathing down his neck. He's going to try to see if catch him in the air, as he does, and X-Gen gets eliminated by Verse in the air. Can you imagine you're running away and you just see this hottie and he's just just right there on your neck the whole time?
Have you seen this movie?
It's like, huh?
Just catches him. It's like, yo!
It's got great reviews.
I'm like, yo, you good?
It's got great reviews.
It's got the DVD with the special scene pack. I'm like, yo,
Give me 2 of Big Mama's house right quick. All right, we're done. We're gonna switch over here. Rosov is gonna go ahead. Has himself to spot out Spider, and Spider's a menace with the katana right now. Remember that thing I was mentioning about the katana before we started? Katana been used a lot more often, especially after those changes. And now it probably even more so, considering that it buffs out more damage in a honk sword vertical focus. That's right. So for right now, you can see Spider gets his grapple bump. He goes for that vertical. There it is. Goes for a clink. Looking for it again. And Swift Edge is going to be revealed here. It's going to be the horizontal release. Frostfist can bind with a stagger, but not going to be the case. Nice knockback, denying that charge. He gets hit by the F2. That's a wide angle there. Teleportation may not come out here. He's going to find it though. Knockback, and there's going to be Verse. Now, of course, Verse puts himself into trying to look for the engagement to flank out in Bob Weave. But we got 75 seconds on the clock here, and Frostfist is stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's going to be Verse and a fan, and that's going to be T-Star looking to try to go through and try to get that kill steal. There's going to be Tari teleport towards Verse, saving Frostfist for a couple seconds, but another vertical blue focus comes out here, avoiding the parry by double jumping, and goes ahead and extends past Verse Star, and this is going to be the F1 and knockback. But of course, you know, 1 pistol shot is all that's needed, and that pellet shot coming from Star, that's 8 eliminations. That's Ocho Loco right there, folks.
Absolutely Jaloco.
He's fun.
I do say so myself here. Star ends up getting bullied inside of this corner here. He's able to pop a little bit of shield, trying to see if maybe he can separate himself just further and further away. Not able to do too much connectivity, but able to keep the shields away. Oh, Star, beautiful parry to be able to connect. It causes a little bit of problems for Verse. His Verse now is going to be able to pop some pistol shots. Not able to connect anything really here. Ends up finding it, both waiting for the folds here. Oh, beautiful parry on the Verse to connect it as well. It captures the fold and not able to do the full finish here. Looks like he's able to get his shield, but also, oh, some of the hits back though, but the combo is not able to do a whole lot. Verse trying to find it, gets the finish just a little bit while longer. Verse was able to keep that going all the way, but Star was not able to get out of that insane clutch. And also with the finish, he's trying so hard just to try to maybe go for the scale rush, or even just try to be able to capture a grapple, but sadly just was not able to find it. As he's scrambling, trying to see if he can find it, but not able to do it all the way. Unfortunate for that one. Let's go back.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. You know, it's crazy too. The Jade selection he's got too. Man, got himself a jabbing with a gold staff. How much damage that does? Goodbye health bar. Nothing's gonna stop it.
It's a lot though.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of extra heals. Oh. Ooh. Looks like Spider trying to see if he can keep that same momentum. He wants to be able to do exactly what Mike just did earlier here. Beautiful combo to be able to find it. Oh, juggles him all the way here. Goodness gracious. Okay, calm down.
All right.
Whoa. I didn't even realize that was the last guy. Hold on. Wow, that was just disrespectful. I thought we were gonna get like maybe some epic fight down, maybe a moment here where there was really some push through. That was just disrespectful. He had to do that. Okay.
No, I didn't see that coming.
Gonna be our winner for our game number 2. I can't believe the game ended like that. I can't believe that's how the game ended. I just watched Spider open a can of RPG all the way near Artesian Grove. So it seems like everybody else seems to kind of have very similar attributes, very similar ideas. And absolutely wants to dive in deep and starts to get some fights going, though, all throughout the split. And now let's try to see if they can time it well. But look at it at the bottom here. Mike on that chopping block yet again. Pace is right below that with only 2 points. Really a 2.5 point difference here between qualifying and not. As we see AIS dangerously low here, full of shield, but not full of heals. Not looking good as he ends up getting caught with the juggle here. Verse is able to capture him here with the dagger. Nice complete hit towards this here as AIS trying to see if he can maneuver through this, waiting for the blue focus, trying to connect it. Could have been able to do it, wait for the parry, but decides not to. Doesn't want to fully engage onto that and really just wants to be able to create a little bit of distance here. Goes through the canyons a little bit more here, making it just a little bit harder for Verse to maybe try to connect towards it, just to try to see if maybe he has enough time for the heals, but not enough. As Verse continues to create that pressure, closing in little by little. And see if he can close in this gap here, waiting for the fight. Oh, nice hit towards that with the pullback from the fan. Says, come here. Now he's able to give a little bit of a forced read towards the pick. AIS missing out on being able to pop the heal, though. What are you doing, buddy?
Can't do anything about that. Mike with a parry. Exen might be extinguished here. There it is. No anticipation for that blue focus, but Mike gets it. Purple armor excluded for the body against Exen, and now it's going to be unique up against Pace. This is Crow's Nest territory, all the way out to the northeast of the circle. Right now, unique looking to try to use his Keelan ultimate. Hasn't burned the ultimate guard just yet. It's going to go for slash number 1 blue bar. Slash number 2 blue bar is still available for him to look against CG5, who's trying to expend the stamina bar. There's going to be the expansion for that bar. There's going to be the free slashes back and forth, and he's going to knock CG5 right into the zone now. HP is a little bit wishy-washy right now. We're going straight into the zone, and we are looking for try to strike our enemies. But that's a spear, my friend. That's going to be a single 1.0 release in the vertical. That's all he needs. Pace has a Liam ultimate ready to go. Uses F1 combo breaker preemptive. Still hasn't proc goal here. Here's going to be the chances here, locking down CG5. He finds the binding. He's going to go for the knockback. He's going to go for the LMB post of it, and that's going to be the Keelan immortality guard that Pace has been looking to try to burn out. Now it's going to be a chance for him to kind of look around here as CG5 keeps hippity hopping around. Catches that binding, does not, in fact, is going to be a chance for that bow shot. Clean with it. First elimination so far, and Pace and Mike are now tied for both eliminations, and there's still equal terms between each other because now Mike over by Jade Pond, he's fighting his fights. Still looking for aggression up against Verse this time around. Double RMBs coming out. 1, 2, 3s from Verse, very risky. Go for the metered up for a little bit of expenditure of the F1, and it's going to be happenstance for Verse, where he's going to be looking for another 1, 2, no 3, please. Because now Mike is going to be anticipating this. Keeping his motion. Horizontal gets released. No jump parry, no nothing. Just going for the jump LMBs. Gets a knockback straight down towards the pond. Fine dirty out here. That's the parry. That's what Verse needs. Now there's no armor for Mike, so he's going to proc ultimate here. We know that Verse still has an ultimate readily available for when the time comes. Once this blue bar HP is expended, Mike could be caught out because his combo breaker is down for another 10 seconds. He finds an armor swap though. This changes the whole entire fight, and now Verse has to use his ultimate in a defensive manner. In this fashion though, Mike goes for these immortality slashes as it goes into an infinite spam, but Verse tries to hide this one out as the fear of the onslaught from Keelan is now down with the ultimate being expended at.
Nice little bit of dodging here. That doesn't necessarily have to force a whole lot of expendable power here towards this here. He's able to kind of read it for a lot of different moments here. Like we said, we've seen Mike in a lot of moments here where he's able to dodge so many different amounts of strikes here and just being able to time things so beautifully well. Similar here. Oh, but Mike wasn't able to dodge that one as well here, as now he gets absolutely juggled and carried from outside of where this moment here is. Now, Mike is trying to see if maybe he can time it just a little bit while longer here, waiting to try to see if he can find a shield swap, but sadly, that same shield swap that he just saw from earlier has nothing left in it. He's gonna have to pop for the shield here. He's waiting for the time to see if maybe he can strike it down potentially. Oh, he ends up fighting it. Both of them both know that they're low. If one ends up getting caught by the combo here and they end up getting juggled, it's over. They know it on both sides. Oh, dangerously low on both. And Mike was the last to capture the hit. Hits the elimination on Verse. It says, good luck, buddy. I'll see you on the next one.
Gonna return. Paste. Diabolical from Exen right there. I mean, he needed a pistol shot, but a little bit of damage coming out here for the first elimination as Exen is able to pick that one up. Expended his ultimate for that kill. It's always going to be the case right before the first Ramyang though, where we know we're going to get an ultimate back up. It's going to be a little more difficult though for Exen, considering that he doesn't have an ultimate to escape any pursuer like Arano right now, which Arano is next to him. Knowing that the Ramyangs are between both the Servants' Grounds or towards the Artisan's Grove in the northwest, toward Daily Meadow, and towards southwest of the Servants' Grounds. Gonna be the decision to be made here. RMB released. F2 invested for Spider. Oh my goodness, GG Shaw could get a free freeze here. There it is. First life for Spider. GG Shaw's first elimination. A lot of players are picking up a lot of their first in terms of kills this round, and it's going to be worthwhile because while Pace is able to get cornered off here as he has no armor, he's going to have to use his ultimate in a defensive manner to try and go for a kill, but no one in the lobby is going to allow that one.
Even with that here, let's see if they can keep this thing and train going here as Pace. He's going to keep maneuvering as much as possible here. Meanwhile, Ronald's able to get the elimination onto Xjin. Pace able to find a shield swap here, and just like that, he is out of here. T225 is going to be able to keep it going here, ladies and gentlemen. We got a chase. We love to see it. So many grapples being used here towards this, just trying to finalize it and just trying to forward it together. Oh, ends up actually catching him with the grapple here. He's able to slow down a little bit of his movement here. Oh no, actually misses out on the grapple. Could have actually been real bad for him here. Pace would have been able to get a little bit more of a lead away from T225 here. But was able to close it in just a little bit while longer here. Surprised he doesn't go for that gold here. Could have potentially had something decent in it, but he decides no, I'll end up coming back for it later. Probably put a pin in it mentally, as they're both just trying to dodge it out little by little here. It's like T225 doesn't have enough grapples to be able to continue this chase, and he decides, I'm gonna disengage.
A huge disengagement. Mike, though, Sunwing Shot on standby for his Jade. He doesn't have a musket yet, but he is going to be working to Rummy Yang. Double R&B release. Star's at no HP, but he has his ultimate proc. Doesn't even need to use it. And he's up against Mike here. This is a good revenge match, you know what I'm saying? This is going to be a jabbing, though, for what Star has in his inventories, but he doesn't have a staff. It's like, we got all the J's that we can work with, but we don't got the weapons to work with it. And now Mike is having himself a bow off, if he can, against Star. Nice bomb dash coming from Star to drop right down, fading out. Parry pick up the nunnies. Goes for the R&B. No F1 investment just yet from Mike, and Grapple Stagger is going to be denied with that horizontal. Now Mike looking for the F1 knockback. It occurs. Star needs to be careful here because Dabi, if he does not have a chance, there's going to be an ultimate cast coming right back into his face.
Even with that, still, you have to be very careful here. I mean, we do know that it's coming from an absolutely grueling Mike here, who Mike has something to prove here towards this. As like I said before, he's in a dangerous moment of the chopping block here. Definitely one of the places he definitely doesn't want to be in. This might be the first time that he might not necessarily qualify. And this would be an absolute shocker coming in from Mike, who we've seen have to the point where he's had weeks and weeks of being #1 at the top of the leaderboard here. So to see him not qualify would be an absolute shocking turn of events here. Star just trying to keep up with the massive onslaught coming in from Mike here. But Mike able to keep that same pressure onto him here. 50 seconds left on the clock here. Trying to go airborne, just trying to keep it away from just as much of the striking as possible here. Both of the blue focus is waiting. Oh, and Tia Star able to read it so well, loses out. Now both of them have nunchucks here. Could be absolutely lethal for both combos here. Any combo could be as much as possible. And Mike actually foils over, and Star ends up taking it away from Mike.
Big upset coming out there. Gold
My goodness.
Katana. Gold Katana gonna be picked up too? And he's a Liam, bro. Oh my. All right, listen, it's gonna be set up of the Sentry. He also got a soothing boon, so that's gonna be an extra benefit when it comes down towards stacking that. That's just supplies, sustain that to the utmost fullest. And having nearly 15k gold is where he's gonna be going to a shot frame 1. Mike, though, on the hunt. Man's looking for targets here. He's at Council Courtyard north of it, straight towards nearest to Celestia, but he's going straight into the direction of the Trifid Junction. So whether or not he's looking for anybody outside of Romy Yang's, Zest Refinery is up his alley right now, and Frostfist is over there right now. Winner of the Romy Yang, getting himself his first elimination there too. And he's playing that ball of the game. Got a new skin, One-Chain Chronicles, I think, if I'm not mistaken, coming in from the draw. And now Frostfist is going to be working into using this build. Now he's going to have Nunny's pistol, and he actually just finds himself another purple armor. That's a swap for him in the future. Mike, though, actually might be chased down as AIS is also on the chopping block for that Rummy Yang depletion. And knowing that both of these targets are knowing that he and his target are in this position of just needing to fight each other, try to look for a parry check. I'm not sure if AIS wants to take this fight. It's going to be the case. They both need to take these fights regardless here, Don.
Even with that, still able to put it together here for everybody as well here, as Mike able to find all of the foil over for so many different things here, is able to dive back just a little bit harder here. Trying to see if they can keep the same momentum going here, as AIS is able to find something as well here towards this. Oh, beautiful strike to be able to capture it. It's Mike. Now he's on the chopping block here, but he still has so much more to go. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, he's able to get his elimination, and he's back in the game. Just like that. Didn't take him long at all. Didn't have to find one. Didn't have to really fight for it for too long. And he's able to get back to being at the top of the order just like that.
Big chances here. Frostbite looking for the sneaky up, looking for the musket shots, seeing that TG5 is going to go for the kill and ultimates. He's got gold fist plays for that Roman Yang victory. That was this hidden weapon under his sleeve. A lot of DPS from a single R&B blue focus. So if he gets a vertical one slap, that's going to be TG5's whole health bar. So TG5 has to be careful about this. I'm not sure if he's going to be looking to try to burn his killing guard for the slash spam, but he's going to be aware. He's going to be looking for it right now. As soon as the hottie goes for the ultimate status, Frostbite looking for a jump LB stacker if he can. But once that hottie goes through, he's going to be looking for this yoink, and that's going to be the burn. That's going to be the kill elimination. Oh my gosh! Frostbite gets the elimination with a kick to the face. That's the second elimination. The hottie is still just going to disengage completely, escaping from this realm. Absolutely
insane towards this one as well here. Now we're going to be able to keep the same momentum going here as Arano to find his next step. Oh, Arano was able to time it. Just a beautiful amount of movement here. Able to get that nice blue every time strike here for the LMB. Just like that, GG Shaw is going to try to see if he can find it as well. This, oh, trying to take the strike down from the LMB, but not able to do too much towards it. Not a lot of damage. Able to really suffice it is Shaw. I'm trying to see if he can keep the same movement going, but badly not able to do too much as Frostbite now is able to go back for the strike. Oh, and just like that, here comes the ulti from the parry. Trying to see if he can find it. He's able to. Beautiful strike towards this to be able to capture it just like that. He's able to go back for the runaround, but not able to do too much here, as now the parry is able to do so much damage towards that. And now he's going to try to see if he can catch him again. Oh, unfortunate. Little too late on the pull. Now he depletes himself from it. Now Frosted is trying to see if he can find it here as Pal, as Pace is not going to give him the time or the opportunity here to really connect towards it. Now here comes the next realm of Yang for him here. Meanwhile, everybody else still. By the way, are we still here? Oh my goodness, Spider getting absolutely decimated, duked, and finished. I do different people, but Unique was actually the last one able to get the strike, so he's able to get the finish here towards this. But man, oh man. He is not letting that slide anytime soon.
Huge chances here for GG Shaw, though. Gold Halbert's on the play style. Of course, Verse is going to be backing off to this corner. If anything comes out for that heal off, it might be a chance for Verse, maybe for a chance to escape. I'm not too sure if Arano's going to be able to look for this lockdown, but considering that Verse is at 60% and he has that ultimate to be active, one Auric Sword could be setting up for just burning his F2, but that's it. After that, Arano can go straight back into it. For Arano right now in his S-Binary, backing off towards that Romeo might be an option, but he's still going to be looking for a commitment against the kill against a low health target. Mike, on the other hand, up against Star, looking for Star is going to be his primary target selection as he swapped over that katana into a Hong sword and making sure he can go for that quick 1-2 damage. And if Mike can
towards this as well here as now looks like we're going to go right back towards the realm of Yang. In the middle of this is OUG's Mike and Star. Looks like they're going to be duking it out inside here. It's going to take his time. Like now we're going to be able to run towards this. 5 seconds left on the clock here. Both of them going airborne. Let's see what happens here. Looks like this is going to be a rematch as well here because we saw Star fighting this out in our game number 1, if you guys remember. And it looks like the last time Star actually no, it was Mike. Mike ended up becoming a little victorious here in that first game. So this is a nice little rematch for him inside of the realm of Yang here. Nobody to worry about the third parties. Nobody to worry about any type of problems for anybody. And it looks like this is going to be straight skill and timing for both play styles. So now it looks like the LMB is going to be able to come in through a little bit. V able to find through just a little bit here with the FP, especially with a nice strike. LMB all the way towards that staff, able to do a lot of damage here towards this. And now with no shield, oh, here comes the ulti here. Now looking good though, because now that ulti is able to give him a little bit more speed, a little bit more power, a little bit more of an essence. You're going to keep that same momentum going. A Star trying to see if he can final it out just a little bit while longer. Almost ends up actually missing his out on that ulti timing here. Could have been a little better for him here. And a nice little bit of defensive clang on both sides here. Oh, look at Mike yet again. Here we go. Both of them just trying to see and reading on both sides here. Never giving him the opportunity here. Nice strike from the back. Oh, almost catches him with the parry, but enough time here for it to be a little bit while longer. And now just like that, Star is now rotating this out, not trying to get caught up by the parry. Ends up almost missing out. Could have been real bad for him here. Here comes the combo coming in from Mike here. Oh, beautiful parry. Finds it. The time strike, and Star's like, God damn it.
You saw my man shaking his head.
No.
No. Had a whole different view in the world. And now Mike taking gold armor. Man, what a turnaround. Star now going to be in the position of just trying to hunt down, and Shaw's on the same boat. This is kind of funny because this is exactly where we saw AIS actually spawn right next to where Mike was, and Shaw actually staying in his bush. I saw Shaw like hanging out on the map onto this region. He likes that bush very much so. He's kind of hanging out over there, taking into consideration. But Mike has 30 plus grapples right now. This man is looking. And now it looks like Star found Shaw. As parry activating the F1, and but of course, if Shaw wants to look into the Trifid Junction to kite around here, it's going to work in his favor. Look, he's got a fan on standby. He's going back and forth, zigzag formation. Making sure he can look for a stagger here is what Shaw's looking for, to stop the chase, for the disengagement. There it is, RMBs. Oh my goodness, all his armor, half his armor, I should say. And looking for Shaw here. Whether or not Mike decides to show up and roll up. Nice parry, this time burning out. Oh, I could have gotten an RMB for the stagger. Gets himself console parry for a 2.0 release. And now Mike is here to clean us off here, Dobby. And I think he might be looking for a twofer.
Definitely going to be a tough situation for him here, as he is going to try to see if he can get the twofer, but GG Shaw is going to make sure that they work for it here, as he does pop that ulti here, able to escape a little bit while longer here. Oh, gets caught by the combo here of Mike. Just like that, Shaw is able to use a little bit of his power, though, from that, but now he has no more in sight, as he's going to try to see if he can grapple and get out of here as far away as possible. When Mike wants this fight, he wants his elimination here, and you can tell all the grappling, just trying to see if he can time it in just a little bit while longer here. Ends up going back inside of the building here. Now he's going to try to see if he can time it just a little bit better. Ends up catching him inside. Oh, is unable to. He actually misses out on it, though. And just like that, finds the gray shield swap. Mike going absolutely crazy here. The speed and the momentum coming through from Mike here. You can tell he's been feeding it. I don't know what pair he's been eating, but clearly it is the pair of the gods. As now he's going to try to see if he can time it just a little bit while longer. Oh, taking the time to try to see if he can grasp it. Almost groves right through it here, waiting for the parry, but not able to do too much here. Expecting for him to maybe fight back towards this Arano. able to come through with the third party. Let's see if he's going to take his time. Star goes through the window. GG shines. I'm getting caught by a nice sliver from the inside here. Beautiful parry to be able to capture onto Star here. No, he ends up getting absolutely doused mid-air. And now he's going to try to see if he can get out of harm's way. He's got to be careful here. He's going to try to see if he can scale rush it, but it's not going to be enough as Mike ends up capturing elimination on the outskirts of the building here. He's able to find himself a nice little bit of some heals. To reset, runs back.
You know, what's crazy too is that Mike Byrne is killing the immortality guard for that kill, so he just went straight into slash spam. He had all the armor in the world though. The only thing that would have stopped him would have been a burn jade coming out from either Rupture Gale or anything of the nature. Soothing Moon built out here though. Still no staff so far for Star. He's not opting in for that. He does have a repair roll though. Not looking for that range gaming motion as he finds Mike. It's going to be 2.5 minutes left for Star's Romy Yang depletion. Now, for Romy Yang depletion right now, if you guys don't know, Romy Yang depletion, after you lose a Romy Yang, you actually end up going ahead and be on a time stamp before the deado. You know, you can't come back from it essentially, and that's going to be what happens. We're going to see Mike though having a Thunder Call and that purple pistol is going to be a good set up for him, especially for those the heavy hitters, right? Quick charge and the Thunder Call combined. Will allow for a start though. Buying another shops, make sure he doesn't then poke out the bear because he knows that person is stacked. He knows the gold armor. He's going for the bow shot though. He's going for the poke. He needs to take his fight. 2 minutes, gets caught by the parry. F1 investment in the opposite direction, takes one strike off of that, looks for himself. Another R&B gets caught by pistol shots back and forth from the back line. You're going to see this coming up from Arano. Arano making sure that there's enough poke between both of these guys to look to insinuate a fight, and Star just looks to disengage completely, cancels the ultimate, has around 90 plus seconds before it turns out, or 100 seconds right now, before he has to make sure he can get a solo, whether it's from a kill or from his own, kill and his own efforts, I should say.
See if they can keep rummaging through this one as well. Here's PE's Black Star and Mike able to come through with another fight here. The parry comes through, not able to do too much as Arano captures some damage with the cannons. Able to do the same thing on the Star here as he loses the rest of his shield here. Now here comes that rotation here as he ends up catching on the outskirts here. Oh, almost gets caught though by that pull sword. Is able to get back out just a little bit faster. Doesn't want to get himself too caught up here inside of this momentum. Able to do exactly what he needs to. As now we're on the outskirts of the circle. Circle tick isn't too bad so far, so he still has a little bit of time to keep the game alive for himself. Doesn't have to force it, but TE Star definitely does not want to get caught up in a bad situation.
Yeah, especially considering that he has ult, right? He can set up a combo, but he takes the big, the big decision. Gonna lose it out here, make sure he doesn't give any kills to the points. I mean, right now he's top 6. My man's cooking right now in terms of the scoreboard, but for everyone else, he doesn't want to give an opportunity, right? He doesn't want to give any opportunity for anyone else to get any more points. That's more proposed points by the average of it. So just making sure that 0.1 difference does not create any sort of discourse for when those fights happen down finals week, finals day, I should say. And then now, looking at this, we got 5 players left. Frostbus is still in the game. Gold armor, gold halberds, Mortal Defiance has himself a nice chance of picking out a deader rounds. Has a Sap Jade on standby. Now, I'm seeing he has a Tai Chi fan. I'm not sure he's going to be able to use that one. But at the same time, he does have that Velocity Untold maxed out, which means he has Trigger unlocked. If he's using Blue Nunnies because he feels the necessity of using Nunchucks because that whole check Velocity and Trigger is also an opportunity to block off range shots. So whether or not Frostbus wants to use that to his advantage, considering how much can come out from the range, position of other players, especially pistols, this would be a great way for him to deny this one here, Dobby. Oh my goodness, he just did it. Denied both hits of the range shots with the velocity, and he's gonna do it over and over. Man, this man's he's the legend. He's doing it again and again. He's getting sustained out here, but he's really working into the spear wheel, and I don't know if he's gonna be wanting to set up the shop here.
Even with that, let's see if they're gonna keep that same momentum rocking towards a lot of different areas here. Because now we're taking the time to be able to really bush out through so many different amounts of momentum here. As all of them are going to be right next to each other here. They're not going to give himself too much time here. They're going to really focus on so many different things here. Frostbus is going to try to see if maybe he can capture one on the outskirts. Not able to do a lot of damage here. It looks like he wasn't able to really capitalize on one. And it looks like he was almost able to with the grapple. Able to cancel that out here as Unique ends up getting caught by somebody's fire tick. And is burning a little bit midway through all of this fighting here. Oh my goodness. Frost ends up catching 2 and sadly was not able to capitalize on it because Mike ends up stalling them just a little while longer. Keep the game alive. Meanwhile, with pistol shot, trying to see if he can connect on a Unique. Unique with the ulti here is able to capture one on the outskirts. Oh, ends up sending a Rano out like Brady with a football. Meanwhile, all the way towards that there, Unique just trying to see if he can capture his ground. Keeps the footwork going. Keeps himself alive. Is paced. And he wants to keep that pressure here. Doesn't necessarily force himself to. Now he's able to go back for the reshield here, but Face wants to catch him on the outskirts here. Able to go all the way around. Oh, ends up catching him on the juggle. Oh, misses out on the next strike here coming in from the R&B. Sadly, was not able to capitalize on it. Frostivus just barely missing out on the Bane's Breath here. Just barely misses out on the next one just like that. So dangerously close. Same thing with Unique here. They're both just dodging little by little, just trying not to get themselves caught inside of what is the baddest of them all.
Dude, you saw how many Venn diagrams are burned out there. And he also has Smolder, Assault Smolder. He gets to kill the White Tiger's prowess. He runs back for that solo, gets hit by another Moonbane. Okay, listen, we've got a lot of heal offs here, potentially. If no one saw what just occurred, which is Arano's position, but Mike is hiding out. Mike is just like sneaky into the distance. We got ourselves 6 armor powders though left. Frostbite's gonna repair that pistol as it comes out. And it's a really great synergy I was mentioning. Assault Smolder with him, having him as Valda with a soak status, allowing for him to instantly implode the burn ticks in one shot. This works tremendously with his ultimate because he can throw those water spears 3 times. If he procs Assault Smolder, if he really wants to burn someone out, he can just go ahead and reproc those over and over. It doesn't even matter if they have immunity guard or not for the Valda coil. He can just go ahead and pop him off. That's 18-second duration ultimate for him just to deal out DPS, and that Jade just signifies that he has that extra capitalization for that. And if he has Rupture Kill, same thing. Just having a set burn and be able to connect it with Valda just does a lot of big implosion damage between the health bar. Now it's going to be the chase. 4 players left in the game. Frost was at 4 eliminations. 5 eliminations for Mike as a Keelan, 2 eliminations for Arano, and 1 for Pace as a Liam. This is all individual units in the game. Now, my take is that we're going to probably see them lobby against the Valda, but if it doesn't lead out towards that way, we are going to potentially see whether or not Keelan's going to be burned out here. He doesn't have a Sunwing shot, but he's definitely going to be using that pistol as he does have that Thundercall still and the gold armor. All that matters, though, is whether or not he's going to have to burn those armor powders that he's got, which is only 2 in his pocket.
Meanwhile, with this, Mike just trying to see if he can capture a little bit of distance here and is able to do just that here as Frostivus is absolutely on the chase here. Oh, even with that a little bit of timing here, Frostivus was able to capture a nice bit of damage, though, from his dagger. Looks like he's going to try to see if he can take his time little by little here. Actually has the dual blades here as the fire tick is going to cause so much damage here coming in from Mike, as Mike has to force the ulti here, and he says, all right, buddy, if you want some problems, I got you on some problems. You know me, I am the problem maker, and I am the trouble seeker. Because now let's see what he can do here with that amount of problems here. And he says, oh, I got you, Frostivus. Let's see what you can do now. Sadly, wasn't able to capture the second strike, though, unfortunately. Have we really seen anybody get caught on the second one? I feel like the second one is a lot harder to really capitalize on.
In terms of the Keelan slashes, you can get it. The terrain is your griefage. If it ends up going an upward slope, they can roll out. That's why you see these players looking for the holdout. They're looking to try to see whether or not you can extend your stamina beforehand. But Mike, 1 hit left, 1 pistol shot. That's going to be Pace's elimination. That's 2 on the board for Pace. Now Frostbus. 3 players still alive here, Dobbin. I don't know. Frostbus is looking a little bit spicy here as he gets caught by that fairy.
Even with that here, Frostivus trying to see if he can capture the combo here. Able to do just that, just to keep the game alive for himself a little while longer. Pops the ulti just so he can work towards it. Both of them parrying right in front of him, just waiting to see if any of them was going to strike. Almost tries to throw one. Sadly, was not able to connect onto it. He's got to be careful. Those cannon strikes are going to do a decent amount of damage as well towards him. Meanwhile, Pace doesn't realize it, looks right on the back and ends up getting absolutely yammered by all of that here. Not looking good as he does end up finding it a little bit more shield towards the end of that there. Beautiful parry onto Arano here. Captures a beautiful mix of damage. Almost captures the combo. I wasn't able to. Was able to fall over dust with a nice little bit of damage here towards this. Sadly, was not able to capitalize on getting some of that shield here as he's going to force pop open the ulti here. It looks like he has just a little bit more time to do what he needs to here. Just realize both of them are all the way towards the end of this fight here. And it looks like it's going to be Frostivus here for the win. 5 eliminations to his name. Is able to keep the game alive. Oh no, but the circle tick goes on the outskirts. Able to hold strong a little while longer, but sadly was unable to do it here. I think the leader of this game is most likely going to come from
Yeah,
what you're talking about here. Frosty gets a little bit of a chill, a winter slope, and a burn as Frosty is able to capture our game number 3's dub and our halfway mark for our solo games of today.
Yeah, I was calculating in my head. I'm like looking at the multiplier for Arano.
Not expected for so far for some of these here, as we have seen Verdance chase him, which is in between Arcadium and Skyglade get a little bit of some love, but never the other side. So this is the first time we're really getting a chance to see some of the map that we haven't got a chance to see so far in these games for NBPL.
Yeah, you know, crazy thing about the Heaven's Rise, it is Money Town for Midoriya, but when there's 3 people dropping in there, it's a bloodbath. And Mike likes to take this spot somewhat, you know, making sure that he can try to look for either A, kills if it's one person, or he's looking for himself to get the loot. Meanwhile, over towards the Ancient Stockade, we're going to see Vert taking up against Pace here. Pace, 1 HP, gets caught by the R&B. That's versus elimination. Pace, struggling with that defeat, going to be going ahead, going to reset, going to look for another set of gear. Verse, he's still able to loot this out here, and he also has the underground of this room. Back in towards the Heaven's Rise, though, we're going to see Mike getting caught by the R&Bs. This is dual halberd zombie that could make some works to make ends meet for DPS.
Even they can work towards it. Here's Mike. Still trying to see if he can scramble through it as much as possible. Does not want to get caught up here in between this. Mike, trying to see if they can funnel it over just a little bit more. Mike's going to try to see if he can find some stuff here. What is that massive plant? Oh, don't get swallowed by that. I don't think it's going to eat him, but, you know, I wouldn't want to get eaten by the plant either. As Shaw ends up getting caught, though, by Mike's parry here. Beautiful finish towards this. Oh, no, but here comes the parry to be able to go through with the reset here. And it looks like he did actually get it for Mike. He got it for the person behind him. Which that could have been real bad for Mike, though, if he did end up getting parried by that. But that combo would have been lethal. And not enough is now Shaw just trying to see if he can maneuver through, just not getting caught up by so many different people. Ends up finding the shield swap, and sadly, it's going to be a gray. Not able to do a whole lot. The combos come through dangerously on both sides here. Third party comes through on the other side. The question is he going to be able to complete the finish onto one of the players here? No, ends up catching another one towards the end of that as one of them ends up absolutely powering away. But it's not going to be enough. It's Frostivus able to steal the elimination away and gets a pistol elimination onto GG Shaw. Meanwhile, Mike still on the rotation, still not trying to get caught up. Oh, beautiful one trying to see, but it looks like the reset's going to be very helpful for him. Oh, ends up turning around. Beautiful LMB onto it with the daggers, the dual halberds. You love to see it here as he pops the ulti here. Almost gets caught up, though. And sadly, he wasn't able to hear his action. He's going to be able to go for the shield and the reset. Same thing with Mike.
Yeah, Mike has to look at his chances here because Frostbus is still hanging around, taking the first elimination, and obviously taking into the gear that we saw from GG Shaw. Frost was having full purple armor and still using that blue pistol on the rescinding end. We're going to see whether or not Mike has it in him to spam RMBs. There's the first RMB. Looks for it again, maybe potentially for the F1 investment. There it is. Now we saw the combo rig going to be available until now. Next and gets caught by the second RMB. There it is. Mike needed that. First elimination on the board. Has the ultimate back up again. Now Unique is into the stead of just looking to try to hunt down. Frostbus has a blue staff as his weapon of choice for melee. Looking for pistol shots. He's landing every single one of these hits of the pelt shots. And for Mike right then and there, having to look to the invasion policy, look to try to look for the RMB. There's the first one. Forbidden Steel activated just to deny the Keelan ultimate, no matter the cost. There's going to be the F investment. Unique strays himself straight towards Heaven's Rise. And, you know, these plants here, if you guys take a chance of using those plants, that gives you invulnerability to any source outside. Well, let me rephrase that. You do take a little bit of take damage for your health bar, but at the same time, you are invulnerable to anything on the outskirts. So take that as you will. High risk, high reward, potentially. Especially not a definitely reward if you are low on the HP threshold. Like Unique right now, who he is at the point of burning his Keelan Immortality Guard and looking to try to slash around here. He catches one strike. The Auric Sword Fusion is going to connect here as Mike is still going to look towards Unique. Has one last chance before Frostus gets a pistol shot because I already see it coming in here. But finds out Mike looking to go ahead and try to roll into that solo. Not going to get it. And that's going to be a 1.0 blue focused Clink. Fade out for the second parry. And that's going to be a 1v1 between Mike and Frostbus. But Frostbus at the HP threshold just for a couple of seconds longer because Mike finds that parry. And now both skills are down here, Dobby.
If you can take it down on both sides here, is now that reset's still going to be very, very helpful for him. Let's see if Mike is going to be able to close this in. Nice little bit of a dodge on Frostivus. Is able to read through it as well. Almost gets caught up by a nice little bit of a slash, but not able to do too much, though. Still able to work towards this a little bit while longer here. Nice little bit of a takedown. Sadly, towards that. Pace was not able to completely and fully be able to grasp that amount of momentum here. Let's see if he can worry towards that as Frostivus is able to find the next one. Oh, and sadly, Pace was able to come through with the third party. He was able to get the finish the way that he needed to here. Not able to do everything, but sadly, to work towards that is now Pace, keeping the same momentum onto it as Mike. Oh, almost tries to feed through it, but he knows what he's going to read through it. Almost comes through with the combo, not able to do it all the way here. It looks like he's able to keep himself alive with the Soul Jade, able to hold strong just a little bit while longer. It could have been real hasty for him, but Pace is able to capture the strike, hold the LMB, nice little bit of a jab, and is able to read through it just strong enough to capture the finish onto Mike.
Yeah, good change up from pace, especially after that first loss over by the Ancient Stockade. Found his positioning, saw the Forbidden Seal active, made his way straight forth in this area. Now, Arcadia, Vulpine's Essence has already been accrued here. It's going to be given towards Spider, and he also has Assault Smolder as his Jade of option. So whether or not he goes for the burns, he's going to have ultimate in 10 percentage points. Could be looking for a chase here, has 22 grapples. Even Steven supplies here. He has maximum, I mean maximum melee resistance. Just making sure no damage comes down towards his way for that sustain. Now, Mike jading up here from the bodies of his predecessor as well as his own. He said no target is in the vicinity. Pace has already switched over towards Romyang, and Mike had that purple armor. That was a secondary purple armor, so he was able to get that free low. As much as Pace would want to try to deny it, didn't take the chance to just try to hide it out. Wouldn't be necessary for him at that point, considering he has it his own. Now Spider takes Arcadia by the horns as TG5 is in the vicinity. This is going to be an opponent that can make a little bit of work here against Spider. I'm not sure if TG5 had gotten eliminated already, but he did get one kill. Still sitting at fourth in terms of the standings, and this fist blade action from Spider is something to scoff at, especially if he's going up for the extension. But regardless, we're going to have to see whether or not Pace is going to be a hold his set here, because if he's going to go into Romyang, his first target is going to be Spider frame 1. He's got Starfall, he's got Roger's Grip, he's got 2 purple weapons in case things get a little bit more hectic on getting catch on the parries. But it's going to be up to the case right now. Pace has ultimate the moment he enters in. It doesn't matter if he's invested out. And Mike, this man's still breaking pots like he's in the, the title of a game that he put here, you know what I'm saying? Looking for rupees, looking for around for some cash.
Looking for some extras, trying to see if something's gonna work. Trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, make something work a little bit more, get him ahead of the game, you know? He's well versed in what's going on here. Spider. Looks like he's gonna be able to go inside here. Makes it a very, very well versed towards a multitude of different things here. Let's see if he's gonna be able to keep it going here towards it off the way. Now we're going to go inside of the realm of Yang here, Pace and Verse. Gonna duke it out inside of the realm of Yang here. Let's see if there's going to be any more of a conquest for certain players here as Verse. Just trying to feel it out here. Maybe see if he can get ahead of it. Certain different instances is now. Gonna try to see if they can work. Oh, nice hit towards that. Pace is going to be able to keep the same momentum. Almost captures him with the combo here. Almost comes through with a nice little bit of a surprise attack. Not able to do a whole lot here. Pace is able to keep some of the heal away. Oh, almost gets caught by that. Oh, nice little bit of reset. He's able to catch him right up top. Beautiful combo with LMB. Able to do a lot. Oh, the parry. He's able to do too much with the combo. The question is, can he finish? No. And yes, he still was able to recover just long enough to capture the finish. It says, see you later. Sayonara. Bye-bye.
Crazy out the F. Crazy out the F1 kill, though. That thing is no damage. Bad, though. Good scary motions. GG shot crash. Let me see the R&Bs. Looking for the 1-2s. There's the R&B. There's the F2 investment, though. Oh, Spider creates distance. He could be safe from the scare from the pulse sword. That's an upset. Looking for the V2 proc. Looking for the bow shot. Preemptive Hottie ultimate. Looking for the dashes as Shaw spaces away. Oh, Spider looking for the anticipation for the dodge up for the skybound. He catches this one. Double .0s. Not going to hit the second one. Unfortunately, that's flight form again. And now Spider was with no dashes. Looks for the bow shot. Wild Haymaker arrows in the sky is not going to force GG Shot to go for a reset, but he's at high enough range where that Salt Smolder could be just enough for the burn damage. That's where Spider's looking for. He's looking for a Salt Smolder. He realizes this. Oh, F2 investment. Look, watch this. Double dodge. Reinitiate. And that's going to be 1 point to the next. We just need one more. We just need one more smolder. And this is where Sean realizes the opportunity for Spider to catch this. Jump LMB to the jump LMB, and jump LMB to finish off the job. And even though that poison splash is ticking, Spider's talking. Talking that schmack.
He's talking. He's feeling it. He's able to know what's going on. He knows the timing. He's able to read it. He knows what's going on. That shift coming through. And so good for that specific play style, though. I'm gonna feel it just a little bit more. I mean, I'm saying, I will say this though, them new blades though has been very lethal to watch.
Oh yeah,
very fun.
And you got two new Jades. I'll add a dispatch with it too.
You read it. That's the only thing I'm trying to figure out. You know Japanese or Chinese?
Do I know China? What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
How do you know? Because I could tell in terms of how good it is, but to know specifically, I'm like, I can't read that. I can't. Impressive, really.
Appreciate it. It's time.
Coming through from Shaw here, trying to see if he can take the time here. He's gonna be able to pop the ult here. Decides definitely does not want to engage onto the. Oh my goodness! Ends up popping. That's so petty. That's so petty. Yeah. I love it though. I love it. I love how petty that was. He could have actually fully chased that and decided, no, I'm going to let you fall to your graces. I'm going to cause you some problems, sir.
You know, it's crazy too. He got the White Tiger's prowess and Spider locked in. Look, he got the bow shot. He's looking for another one. Oh, don't you dare. Oh, man, I'm going to say, I was like, you're going to get that kill like that? I was not going to let this one slide.
Stylish, too.
Yeah, seriously, he was sliding on the ground. Looking like a character off of Transformers, you know, trying to shooting at the Decepticons with a grenade launcher. Listen, he's making that motion go through. Big
catches him on the inskirts.
This might be it.
Still hasn't successfully getting that final hit, though. He's still trying. He wants to close that in. Everybody else is nearby, though. This could be real bad for him. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's how you do it. Nice little bit of a freeze. I'll see you later. Good try. Better luck next time.
You know, I just realized Spider picked up White Tiger's prowess instead of Vermilion's first round yank. So he is looking for the offensive pressure. He knows there's more targets around. Maybe just looking to try to go ahead and stack up that buff, that mitigation buff against his targets. Strictly looking from a macro perspective, just trying to stack that up as fast as possible. He's at 2 already so far. So if he goes for the third stack, that's 6% mitigation on top of the extra mitigation that he's already accruing from his Jades, right? We saw earlier, right? Arcadia, he had 24%. Now he's at what? Around the 2% each stack, which is up to 4%. He's at 28. He gets another one. He's at 30%. He's taking at least 3/10 of damage less than what you might expect from other opponents, and they might not even realize that.
Work for it a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Got to be able to get a little bit hasty. Got to work a little harder for it, you know, if you really want to see that opportunity happen. That's kind of how that works sometimes here. Now, got a little bit amount of timing here. Let's see if they can rotate towards this a little bit more. It's paced. Maybe we would go for a little bit of a repair. I'll make sure stuff is working. You know, Arano dangerously low, not looking good. His Star trying to keep that same momentum. He's going to try to see if he can force the push out here. Nice combo. The question is, can he finish it? Yes, he can. He's able to get a nice little bit of a finish here. Star, look at that smile on his face. Star is feeling it. Star's having fun. Having a blast out there. See that face?
Man's excited. He's like, I'm winning, ma.
Man, it's geeked out right now.
I was about to think about a Gucci Mane song. Let me stop myself before I continue on further. Spider puts himself, though. He's going to be looking to try to go ahead for the repair. Gold staff on standby. This is big. This is actually kind of dependency on this J. He's going to go for 2-on-1, frame 1. There's no questions about it. I think 2-on-1 is going to be his first objective when he catches one horizontal neutral, and then all of a sudden it turns out it's going to be Mike. But Mike is kiting around here just for the buff. I mean, just for the spear wheel alone. Now, Spider finds Verse. Verse also has a gold staff. That's a fight I really want to see. I know Mike is at 2 eliminations. He's kind of working himself out here, but Spider, doesn't take the fight against. Okay, you know, we'll see it later on. But we are going to see between Exen, and this is a Vala. This is the only Vala in the game right now. So whether or not Vala can sustain this one out, Dobby, I don't know. It's kind of tough, especially with the scaling that the Spider has going on for him.
Yeah, it's looking tough right now. See if they can continue to keep that same push going here. Now, this fight with Spider still looking good for him, though, as Exen is going to be able to keep that same pressure. Oh, just smacks him in the face. See, I'm telling you, that move is so disrespectful. Like, that's so just raw. You know what I'm saying? They would absolutely duke him out, just absolutely disgustingly rude. And now, just like that Spider, I mean, he felt that. He felt the smack in the face. He said, did you just hit me? Did you? And here come the combos. Now he just starts breaking combos on him.
Man essentially got the umbrella, put it inside, and started shaking the water off of it indoor. You like, oh, my bad. Was that your alpaca? You know, just on the front of the lawn of it. Hairy midair versus looking at TT5. Might be looking for the ultimate cast to push back. Healing the ultimate guard is not going to be procced out here. TT5 is going to be looking just to create that pressure. Oh my goodness, the bind is made. But he gets double dash out. Oryx Sword comes out.
Yeah, don't do that.
Mitigated. Little oof, little weave, little chances to opt in for an Oryx Sword bind. Oh my god, now's the time. F1 investment. This is going to be a close one, Dobby, between both of these.
It's going to be very close. Let's see if maybe they can find strikes towards it. There is Burst trying to see if maybe he can hold strong, but not enough here because he has so much more heals, so much more time, so much more of everything to be able to get away from it. I can get ahead of it. Definitely did not want to give him that chance, though. Ooh. That could have been real tough towards the ending of that, but you know, you just never know. Just like that, T225 is back outside. He's got so many forces ahead of him. It's not making him look good towards it. He's gonna have to go back for the reshoot. He's got some bread though. 13K, still got a lot. Got a lot of bread to spend.
It's got Skyforce, got Vadra's Grip, just got Tuna, got Sap as well. He's actually set.
He's better. He's doing all right now.
He's doing pretty good. Pretty swell. Spider, he's chasing. He has to chase. He's got White Tiger's powers again. He went for the 3 for 2 for 2. And now he's going to be able to go ahead, have another gold weapon on standby. The problem is 5 eliminations. This is where target locked in. Moments happen before you realize the kill leader gets eliminated before they can even shine for a multiplier. But 5 eliminations for Justina, specifically it being the Justina, gives the lobby a little bit more prowess once they start seeing how much she smacks, especially with the 1.0 blue focuses that we've seen. Spider's been smacking those RMBs left and right. Versto, he's arriving to the scene. Arcadia might be our last final zone here. And this is going to be where, how long can we stay for endgame? Because a lot of players can just stay sustained out. The exception are the Realm Eating Depletionists, right? Verse being the only, one of them, as well as with Exen. So Balda and a Liam both being on Realm Eating Depletion, you would see the aggression coming in a matter of moments.
How many moments?
2.
A matter?
Counting.
Does it matter? I'm sorry.
It's all theoretical.
Yeah, true. It's all theoretical. But even with that, though, still going to be able to bounce back on both sides here. Still has to be a little bit more careful as Mike just trying to see if he can find through it. Doesn't want to get caught up too well towards this. He does have to be able to watch towards defeats here. Really could get ahead of him. Obviously not too much, but still going to be able to rummage through it. Doesn't want to get himself too caught up. Now that timing is just trying to see if he can rummage through it. And Mike is just trying to keep maneuvering through it. So far, it's not looking the best for him here, as he's just absolutely getting chased. He's able to at least distance himself a little bit here. Keeps the game alive for himself. Still does what he needs to, but the question is it enough?
Mike, I don't know. I mean, Mike disengaged ultimate. He's at 35% wins right now, or 30%, I should say. Still getting an escape format. And these walls are just really nicely done, nicely tightened it. So that way he can just go for quick scale rushes, but Verse is still on him. 12 grapples now down to 11. For 1 stagger, that's all he needed to force the pressure here. Of course, you see Exen trying to look for his own sake, to try to get rid of his own Realm Depletion. This is where that aggression needs to be made. There's the F1 investment. Mike is now at a point with no combo breaker. Now everyone can take their eyes onto that Liam as he's trying to kite back and forth. Spider with the clean scare rushes gets a nice lead in terms of the chase. Mike still getting... I know we're going to see a Mike cam very soon here, as long as it comes down towards the timer, because the moment he gets caught out, you're going to see him go ahead in that moment. The moment of truth. Blue armor swap. That's the moment of truth. That secondary moment of truth that happens. That's a classic for Mike every single time.
Like I said, he's very good under pressure. He knows exactly what to do when these pressure moments start to happen and how hectic this game can be, especially when you really start to realize how many people are around, especially in these moments here. It can get real tight. It can get very, very hectic. So obviously, you do have to pay attention to everything that really happens, though, and obviously it could go real crazy depending on the amount of momentum that's happening in front of you. Now, as we're able to rush through this, see if we can keep that same momentum coming through. Now the timing's still able to foil it up. First, trying to time it, trying to see if maybe he can find something out of this just to keep the game alive for himself here. Oh, nice strike, though. Let's see if maybe he can come through that as T225 waiting for it at the parry. First, trying to see if maybe somebody's going to try him, but sadly unable to. Not able to do an insane amount of damage, but just something to keep the game alive. Meanwhile, Verse in the middle of trying to chase Mike yet again. Not able to catch him, though. Mike absolutely just being the maneuvering king here. Definitely making it not easy for him. He said, listen, you got to keep trying. You got to keep going, man. It's not going to work the way that you think it is.
Was that line? What's that line? Keep moving forward. Yeah.
Keep moving forward.
Unfortunately for Exen, though, he's going to have to die out to zone. Not going to give elimination. That's all right, but we still got a minute for Verse. Make it or break it, dog. Looking for the Auric Sword. Tries to anticipate the dash coming up from T25. Pretty preemptive here. Now Verse is going to be at a spot. Not getting focused here. T25 is, though. That's crazy. Considering that the Immortality Guard is so active, I wouldn't blame them. It's going to be 4 seconds of him spamming out left and rights. And now Verse is at a point, still taking the chase, avoiding that slash. He's now kiting around here for an armor swap as T25 is forcing the pressure in his position. Liam ultimate invested for that Auric Sword, but there's still no ultimate now for the Keelan. Now this is full send territory for the next 24 seconds. Scare rush, no scare rush hits. It's gonna be tough. First looking to try to go ahead into anticipation, flanking it out. Keep going into the dash R&B. He's looking for the stanchion move, just going ahead and kicking off that staff, but nothing to close this gap. And I think he knows at this point he's not gonna be able to get the elimination. I think at this point, he won't give an elimination to anyone else. So he's gonna go ahead, silent into the night. rage into the dying of the light, but apparently Star says, no. Let me snag that real quick.
He said, let me chill out. I'm doing too much. Yeah, sometimes you gotta realize that. Sometimes you might be like, you know what, I'm playing. I'm gonna look crazy. Hold on. Let me relax here. Real quick towards that. I don't want all that smoke. Not all that. Relax.
Yo. Have to detach?
Are you just getting freebies?
This man is getting everything, bro. You can't keep getting away with this every time. And he got Mystic Might too, right? Now it's on deck.
If it's
Now it's on site. Now this man has his Soul Smolder. You know he's going for those burns. Frame one. Full check of Destiny. Oh my gosh, he got the parry. Okay, you know what? Listen,
I mean, the parry. I mean, that's better, honestly, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
Even with all the stuff, I mean, the parry is going to be much better for you, especially with your benefit. Meanwhile, T225 is definitely scrambling, trying to see if he can take the time out to do something here. As he ends up getting pushed on the outskirts here, definitely making it a little harder. Whoa. Luckily, he didn't get caught up by the fire. That could have been real bad, but, you know, was able to deplete himself, was able to keep it alive for himself. Do what he needs to. Exactly. Now let's see if we can conjure up something crazier towards this. Is T225. It's rotating towards this a little bit more. Definitely does not want to get... Oh no, the dodge. Trying to take the time here little by little. Spider just trying to feel it out a little bit. Definitely doesn't want to give in too much. I mean, couldn't be any better though for certain things. Because now T225 is now on the chase, ends up getting kicked back. Both of them are going to get caught right on the underside of this. On both sides here, T225 is getting slashed though by Mike. Mike wants to try to see if he can focus on maybe one of these strikes here, but it's not going to be able to do a lot as the Bane's Breath starts here, ladies and gentlemen. We got to not get caught up here. This could be real bad as we're still inside of it here. And no circle is left unseen here. Oh no, T225! Not looking good for him though. Now he's dangerously low. He still has his ulti though, just to be able to keep this alive. Next strike to be able to come to... Oh my goodness, that could have been so bad, and it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, it's an unfortunate circumstance regardless of where he stood. Still is unique. Taking slaps into the face and also stuck into that semicircle inside of the Moonbane. Not a fun time. Not a great time. AIS is going to reset right in front of the face of Spider. It's going to be towards the last remaining opponents here. Spider looks for the Scare Rush. Oh, nice clean. Fraudulent B looking for the RMBs. There's going to be the Keelan ultimate. Hopefully, if unique. Okay, you know what? Delete it. Delete him. Delete him out because that Moonbane is going to be the reason for his demise. But of course, still having 9 percentage points until the Rage is set up for ultimate. Mike is going to take the snag. And that's going to be a Soul Boom pickup for Spider. Now he is able to go ahead and proc ultimate. Oh my goodness, Mike might have been caught. I'm not too sure. Star, though, he's trapped inside this building with Spider. And that's going to be his cave, his web of lies. And that's his elimination. 6 on the board. 3 players. The remaining to the game.
Even toward that, though, it's still... could have been a hectic few. Certain things that really could have been, like, well, not in his favor particularly, but... definitely been a lot better for him though with that, as both of them still have those dual halberds, both of them slashing each other away, but not able to do an insane amount of damage here. Now they're gonna try to see if they can rummage through that, trying to do a little bit better than what they were doing earlier. Now Mike's at it again. We just saw so much of that, like so much of that fighting and that momentum just for nobody to perish.
Yeah, it's kind of a position here for them to just go through.
That just lets you know how good these players are, though.
You know, what's crazy too is like you know, what's interesting too is the fact that T225 in an instance, he didn't invest his combo breaker. Instead, he used ultimate first, right? Because he knows that's more valuable. That combo breaker for Keelan is worthwhile. But the fact of the matter is, Moonbane above all else denies you any sort of existence factor. That's going to be at 0. Now for these players, it's all about heal offs. You saw it's crazy too, because you saw AIS, you saw Mike. They both separated from each other and decided to heal off. They just like, let's just earn this out for the end game, seeing who can survive the better man. Who's the better man coming through here for the end game. Because when it comes down towards it, whoever can sustain the best is going to be the winner of it all, and that's exactly what Mike can excel out. Otherwise, if he leaves his
who do you think
alive,
is better man?
Who I think is better man? Man with the better Jades. You know this story. You know who has Volpine's essence? I ain't gonna say his name, but I want you to try to remember.
I mean, hey, it'd work out in his favor, though.
It'll work out.
Question is, do you think it will? See, that's the fun question. Do you think it will, though?
I mean, the thing is combo breakers might be used if listen, Spider has Volpine's essence. Spoiler alert. The thing that comes out, if Mike can confirm his combo breaker first, we won't have an issue. You know, We might have it. Okay, we will have an issue because you got to remember, Wolfie's S is a knockback. It's explosive armor. It's mortal defiance for 1,000 health, and you get 40% mitigation for 5 seconds. Is he gonna die within the threshold? No, but it's gonna have to come out from AIS, the instigator. You know, he could instigate. He could throw a whisk throw, and he could just spam pistol shots, burn off the HP.
Don't want to get caught up in that though, for sure.
Yeah, layer by layer. 2 minutes on the clock. The worst fear in my mind, though, is Spider being in the zone, burning Vulpines with that weakness escalation and getting no heal back, essentially working with 100 HP. That's his worst case scenario. That's his nightmare fuel. What do you call it? That's his sleep paralysis demon. If he sees the zone, you know, he's going to be sticking to that.
Well, you definitely don't want to get caught by that, though. That's when things get real hectic, you know? I don't know if you really want that.
Yeah, double jumping. Minute and a half, 100 seconds down on the clock. Double fist blades, gold rarity. One smack to another. Sure enough,
he's down to
show me your moves.
I don't think they want that smoke though. Really could be anybody's game towards this. Now we're just trying to see what they can do towards the very end of this. I mean, this is where things really start to like kind of, you know, figure out where their mindset is going to be in their heads though, towards the finality of this. Now, even with that amount of time, though, it still could be, well, in somebody else's favor. Just kind of depends on who's going to be the one that takes the dive. And then now, even with that here, Spider and JIS just trying to see if they can work towards that as well. They're like, hey, let's talk about it. Look, let's talk about it. They're just like, nah, I don't want to. Let's fight. They're just trying to take their time here. They don't want to force it all the way. Very surprising, though. Usually around this time, like, somebody is usually getting eliminated and finished right here. Usually.
Yep.
Usually. So, you see that we're still here towards this. It's kind of like, oh, here we go. One of them ends up going airborne here. That's Spider. Spider says he wants nothing to do with this. Says, nah, you got it. Mike and AIS down towards the bottom here. Wants nothing to do with this whatsoever. Said, nah, y'all got it. It's all good. Now we're going to take this time here, trying to see if maybe they can find a little bit more. Ooh. Oh, nice strike here. Spider is going to be able to go and say, I'm not a part of this. Don't involve me in your... Wow. Spider pops in the ulti here. Beautiful timing for the ulti here. Makes Spider stuck in a tough situation. Not looking good as the tornado is going to keep him involved here. And it looks like the ult's going to be able to pop through towards this as well. Nice strike to be able to send him on the outskirts here. Both of them dangerously low. Spider takes down 2 in such a beautiful fashion here. I mean, could you have wanted anything better?
He might have wanted a massage from his coach beforehand, but, you know, anything other than that, it's all good.
Yeah, I don't know. He did pretty well towards that.
Yeah, 7 kill eliminations. First place takes a multiplier, allowing for himself to get... I was like, yo, AIS really big brain this move right now, because he ulted with the anticipation, knowing that Justina Freeze was going to come through, burn Spider into this wall. But
so... looks like it's going to be a dual fight in between there, but somebody is going to end up getting some decent loot from the back there and doesn't really have to worry about duking out with too many people here, as they're probably expected to get some decent stuff and most likely focus on Realm of Yang fighting. It's probably going to be the first step for some of these play styles, so they're not going to give it too much of a hook. Let's see if they can get it going though.
Oh yeah. Big goings out here. Star finds TG5 eating up a lot of damage, even if he's a zipping in. Still blue pair of fist blades. 1, 2, 3. Confirmation. Crouch LMB. And there's the elimination. There's a Stolen pickup finally. But Spider looking to try to go ahead for his own set here for the dagger, for the Crouch LMBs, and for the Soul Break. Looking for the RMBs. There it is. Jump LMB to confirm a little bit chip. F1 investment from Spider is really good for that point, because now he has ultimate, because he got the Fireflies. Now he can take the engagement of Star, invest in the F2. Doesn't mean he doesn't have ultimate himself. Spider needs to keep that in recognition, considering that he still hasn't burned his killing ultimate guard. He hits 1 slash. Nope, it's been dodged. Then he hits the second one. Finding an armor swap here, Star is going to have enough armor to sustain past his slash, even if he deflights form. And Spider, with nothing to his name, is going to have to look to try to kite out here for one last final hurrah. His cancellation of the ultimate gives him enough opportunity for the dagger to start scare rushing, and for Star to just disengage. He has no grapples. He can't chase this out with the grapple or with the scare rushes alone, so he's going to go ahead and back off completely.
Probably better for him to back off completely into that situation here, but obviously still gonna be very good for certain other things. But let's see if they can keep that same space going here as Mike. Trying to see if maybe he can wait for him to dodge down just a little bit more here as Unique. Gonna take that time. Oh, nice strike coming in thin from Unique though. Unique gonna give him a little bit more of a run for his money here. Trying to wait for the time strike here, but not able to do it, but ends up actually recovering from that, though, and sending Unique outside of the building, actually. Nice little bit of a time strike here. Both of them waiting for it as the ulti comes through here, trying to see if he can slow down the momentum, but not able to do a lot, as he ends up actually catching him here. Wins inside of the court, the spot. Oh, no, the disrespect from the combo. Hits him with the finish. Oh, my goodness, it's with a little NATO onto that as well, and says, see you later, buddy. You thought you had a chance. I had to put you out of your misery there.
And said, backhand. I'm gonna take you out. Now, into the Yushan Ruins. Verse looking towards Arano. Arano in the zone heavy because he took the portal. Now Verse is going to have possibly a no elimination earning against Arano. That unfortunate finds a solo though, so he's going to have a little bit of sin. But this weakness escalation is hurting. It is hurting, and his zone is only so far in that if Verse has to invest his V1 Justina ultimate, he's going to use it to dash out. He should be safe for the time. A little bit too close for comfort, and he gets a vantage squad on him. He just insults to injury. This man says, "I'm about to go ahead and sustain myself out." AS though, Salvation Podium Guardian on site. Look, Spider and Mike are just tasseling over there, wrestling, swapping. Very nicely done here for Spider. Picks up that purple weapon. Now it's up to Mike going for a horizontal. F1 investment from Spider. Looks for the horizontal, releases it. Looks for a clink number 1. Gets an R&B number 2. Looking for the crouch LMB to the R&Bs. Goes for the scoop, and there's going to be the ultimate. There's going to be a slash. Oh, unfortunate for Spider. Big unfortunate status. We don't have a combo breaker here in AS. And then coming for the slaps, so he's going to go for the pole sword. Into this dual blades. 1 HP in a dream. Mike is still alive to this point. And for Spider right now, he's just looking for this elimination as fast as possible.
And towards that here, it looks like Spider is going to try to see if he can keep it going all the way towards him, though. But sadly, it looks like Spider is going to decide to get away from that. Same thing as Mike decides he doesn't want to get caught in that as well. Probably the smartest thing that he could do inside of that moment, inside of that area here, is now AIS fighting side with Mike right back up towards it here. Going to drop all the way down, waiting for him to maybe try to strike this. Sadly, it was unable to. Almost catches him inside of the full NATO into that. Not able to do exactly what he needed to towards that. Oh, takes the time to get the finish to exactly the way that he needed to here. Oh, nice finish towards that. Oh, let's see if he can find strikes. Oh my goodness, AIA. He's gonna duke it out just a little bit more inside of this tornado here. Nice little bit of a duking towards that. And now TE Star caught in a tough situation is Spider. Now wants to push towards this, keeps that same aggression right onto him. Definitely does not want to make him, wants to make him work hard for it though. He says, no, not today, buddy. You thought, but
no.
Absolutely not. They're gonna work for this. Not looking good for him though towards this final. Definitely has to be a little bit more careful. Oh, almost gets caught up. Oh, don't get hit by the thorny roller. So close. Almost would have been caught out on towards that. And now we're right back out off the outskirts of what we were just talking about here. And we both go airborne, trying to take the time out, not to get caught up here. Oh, almost gets hit by it, but doesn't. X-Gen ends up catching him on both sides here, but not able to do too much here. And third party could be the deciding factor of this fight here, but not able to do too much. Ends up catching a swap though on one of the weapons here. One of them ends up catching it. Not able to do too much though with that massive bow. He decides, no, you got it. You got it.
You chill. I gotta be honest. Star's kiting there was absolutely beautiful. Taking every single nook and cranny there, and then avoiding 2 ballistic shots at the very end. You know, flashy finish. Cool guys don't look like explosions, just like that parry Star just got on the AS. He didn't get the katana because of the F1 passive coming out from Liam, but now that it's down, I mean, the next parry that happens, this is why he's switching over to stone form. Gets himself for the investment of the F2. This is going to be huge for AS. Looks for the parry. No, he is caught out. Dang, that's going to be a big Ballistic Scorch. Of course, the V1 proc to go to teleport to the sky. It was free real estate for any of those Ballistic shots. But obviously, there he goes down AS. Arano finds elimination. He hits Star, but Star finds a solo just in time. Trying to avoid these hits from these Ballistic arrows. They're kind of, hard to adjust when it comes down to range versus speed of your target. X to Y to Z. GG Shaw at the Romy Yang. Making sure that whether or not Pace is going to be wanting to try to contest this because he is a Romy Yang task wheeler. He is Liam. This is where Liam really shines out because you can see how well Liam can just survive out here. F2 investment for Shaw though for the combo breaker. Fan versus dagger. Culminations of 2 halves. Short weapons. And for Pace right now, he's got his ultimate up. He's going to be proccing it preemptively. He's probably going to space out this auric sword to keep as much airtime as possible. It's very interesting, knowing that the Romy Yang circle doesn't matter your verticality, but your horizontal length, it's by radius. It's not by the height. So there's going to be the 1 knockback, the 2 knockback. So to Romiang, he is A-okay to enter it, and he is up against the DG Shaw. Going to be having himself a Sunwing shot. Not going to be having for that, but he does have, what I'm not mistaken, a set of fine skill. I think he has himself a warrior pace. You know, he's not going to be able to use that one. I mean, maybe, hopefully so. Let's triple check that one, because pace is not going to be going down here for the full send against DG Shaw and Romiang.
Still going to be helpful, though. Let's see what it does, though, as Shaw so far has not been unsuccessful. Meanwhile, pace has been a little bit here inside of the realm of Yang. Let's see if we can keep that same momentum there. He has the broom. He's able to catch him inside of this with the blue LMB. He's able to get a decent combo here towards this. Nice little bit of a struggle just to be able to get him outside of it. Here comes the ulti, though. Let's see if Justina's going to be able to switch the fight around a little bit here. He does end up trying to push through just a little bit while longer, waiting for the strike maybe to connect onto it. Almost catches him inside of the inside of it, but not able to do a lot. Oh, almost catches him with the parry, though, but not able to do a lot with that. Goes through with the heals, able to keep him alive, switches it around, and I'm a little confused after what just happened, because just like that, he's destroyed and he's gone.
Yeah, big gear addition too in this set. I didn't even realize that. Prosperous though, looking for that teleport, looking for the RMBs maybe. Oof. Pelvic thrust avoided. They're gonna look for the double dash RMB. The F2's invested. Any chance for the Justine ult to counteract this Matari ultimate. The F2 dash is going to be invested for the first one. Prosperous still has another one. There it is. Neutral. Boom. Oh, but nice avoidance of versus second dash. Now the thing is, that teleport necessary, but it's going to be his downfall as he's locked into position. Versus was with that teleport, knowing that's going to happen, to get rushed out, and was able to regress upon the. Now he's going to find a ruptured kill orb as his Jade. And a gold katana, which is going to be confirmed maybe into a Hong sword. We're going to have to see, because he has a Justina. And that's going to be a guaranteed freeze into free blue focus. T-Star, though, back towards the salvation, putting him leading up whatever recipient of the bodies that were left behind to see whether or not he can get some upgrades. Redshift only one elimination. I mean, it's going to be the 5th round. He's still going to be looking pretty nice and nice and tidy. But Mike finds a kill against TT25. That's 2 eliminations so far this round. They're locking in. Gonna be tough for this gatekeeper spot here, Dobby. I mean, this is 31 points right now for AIS. He is the gatekeeper at that point. He's still alive. He's still in the game. But we still have a chance of seeing Pace. We still have a chance of seeing Prosperous just trying to come out here alive. Yeah, because he's always hungry for that top 12 placement spot.
Yeah, if it comes especially AIS as well. AIS definitely still has an opportunity, but it's definitely starting to whisk away little by little here. As AIS has been kind of struggling to successfully get an elimination here, or at least anything that really can keep him kind of going with that amount of confidence. But he's been able to get some decent fights in, but just he's not been able to really complete some of those finishes the way that he is. And it's definitely looking like if Pace keeps that same momentum that he has been doing, he might most likely take over that top spot here. In terms of at least qualifying, and that could be real bad. And that can get tough for him, though, depending on it. As GG Shaw and Frostmas still fighting this out here. Let's see if Frostmas can keep that same energy. Shaw, let's see if he can go through with the freeze. Is not able to, though. Both of them missing out on both sides here. Trying to see if they can get some connecting onto it on both sides. Not able to really clutch too much here, but it looks like Frostmas, with that amount of power, pops open the ulti here, and it looks like he's going to be favorited into that dub. At least for getting that elimination here. 2 eliminations to his name. Meanwhile, Mike is getting absolutely juggled here by T225 here. T225 trying to keep the lead so far here. He's all the way up top here, so he's playing it super well here. But that combo, sadly, was not able to keep the same combo going entirely here. As he goes right back into the NATO and lets him go, hey, you better come here. You got to come here for all that madness. Oh, nice swipe, though, from the katana. Looks like he's going to be trying to see if he can connect it on both sides here. Longsword, trying to see if maybe he can keep that going as the blue LMBs, both sides, both misses. Nice defensive clangs as well towards this. Oh, trying to see if maybe he can get out of this, but sadly not able to, though. Almost was able to, just in the nick of time, but sadly was not able to, and that might have cost him. That might have just cost him.
My God.
That was crazy.
I didn't think that Slide Africa was going to connect, and then the fact that he got LMB neutral again, immaculate. First elimination, though. Taking out Mike for millions. So that's going to be the worthwhile. CT5 showing up what he's got. Now, interestingly enough, Fortune's copy on it. This is kind of a skirmish that's going to be bound to happen. There's a Forbidden Seal here. I'm not sure. I don't see the stone on the map, so I don't think there's going to be any, no ult zone. But the amount of aggression happening right here, folks, is going to be different. It's going to be a little bit more sketchy, especially considering that cave is open for anyone to go below and then make their way above. 4 Pesto, gold spear, purple armor. There's a good amount of supplies. Had himself 19 grapples, 4-6 ratio for the powders into armor powders. Having the Erudition Jade as his weapon or as his Jade, he also has a blistering edge as it comes out to be available for. That's for his DPS, and a gold spear is just like kind of like for him right now, and that's the scaling that comes out of it. The Romiang pass accrued. It's gonna be X and gonna be able to build up that one, but he might just stay outside of the Romiang pass just so he can, you know, ease off the pressure that's being dealt to him right now, Dobby.
With that amount of pressure, though, still is able to do so much more of that, though. But let's see if that actually does continue to be his benefit towards this strike here. Now he's noticing everything else in terms of how that's going to be for him. Now he's going to take the time to be able to rotate this around. Able to find a nice little strike towards this here. Let's see if they can keep that same momentum going here. Oh no, it's not going to be enough as Frostivus ends up catching the elimination onto Action, who's flying away. Frostivus catching 3 eliminations toward this. Oh, this is looking real good. Hold on.
Well, knock on wood before you do that.
Trying to take advantage of it, trying to get away from it.
It's very close. He's catching up the pace right now. 2.2 points difference. You know, pace gets caught by the infamous T225-LMB. I don't know what to say. Oh, okay, but he gets inside the portal, so T225 gets in there. Frame 1. Erudition still in the play here for himself when he gets into that Romiang. Gonna be a good chance of seeing whether that pace goes ahead, rushes it down. TE star, Jump LMB, looking for it. Jump LMB again. Maybe look for the crash LMB again and again. There's a clink. There's gonna be the RMBs. There's gonna be the crash LMBs to RMBs. Of course, pace looking for the 1-2s, and there's gonna be the pace that we know and love. Goes for the extensions. 1-2s, 1-2s, 1-2 and 3s. Maybe an Erudition to connect for the purple focus comes out of the works. But the Hottie ultimate comes back out. Of course, we know that Hottie is going to go ahead and just go for the reset. This is where Stark can work out with doing the healing. But we have another fight happening in Romiang. We're not going to be able to see it. But hopefully soon we get a good chance. I think it was Verse that was inside the Romiang, so that's going to be a one fight I really need to see where he succeeds or if he falls. I gotta be 100% honest. Verse is going to take that Romiang. He's going to go up against Mike, and he wins that fight. TT25 on the other hand, up against Arano, goes ahead and bursts out the F1. Arano looking to try to go for the ultimate cast as it comes out. TT5 still has V1 active, and he's still able to kind of work into using the activation. This is high risk. Super risk. F1 is available in 1 second. Oh my god, he dodges the rendering, he dodges the Wraith Slash, he gets caught by a secondary one. The spam is out here to play, but he is mitigating every single one of these slashes. This last one. It's too much pressure. And this is why we see Keelan in the October 17th patch get nerfed. Listen, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen soon. But he gets himself, oh my goodness, he gets himself Cloud Weaver and gold fist blades off and a phantom set, bro. Again, we see the god tier setup. Arano has been set up shop. He is a merchant, and he's a merchant of death.
Absolutely insane, but also cleverly timed as well. Now we're looking back into this fight here with Arano, Pace, AIS. Looks like it's gonna be a match stack inside of this building here. As Pace decides he wants to get out of here. Definitely does not want to be a part of that as the bell is rung, showing where everyone is on side of the map here, at least close within a nice little bit of a range here. Looks like Spider wants to try to see if we can fight this out here as well towards this. Let's see if we can keep that same momentum here as it looks like Pace is going to decide to maybe get some hits in towards this. Try to see if maybe he can get away, but sadly it's not going to be able to. His Verse ends up getting some nice damage onto Pace, and now Pace on the chase. He decides to back off. This definitely does not want to get caught up, knowing that he absolutely has no shield here, and knowing that so many different parties are trying to fight this out here. Meanwhile, Verse decides to turn on one of the other players here, giving him a chance to get out of this. Absolutely impressive here. He's got to be able to take his time, though, to be able to do exactly what he needs to here. Timing couldn't be any better here as Mike ends up getting absolutely shuttered all the way up top here. Looking good for him here towards this is Mike. Able to fine-tune it. Goes for the rotation. And now he's just maneuvering as best he can here. Sadly does get caught by one of them. Forces the ulti to slow everybody's movement down. Does give him a chance for him to maybe be able to escape. Goes around towards this. Let's see if he has a little bit more momentum. Goes through the window. Spider's gonna be able to follow suit with this. Finds him. Beautiful parry. And decides he doesn't want to be able to commit to the fight. He just wants to back off as much as possible. Absolutely getting shuttered by so many different people here. It's not looking good for Mike here, as everybody has been waiting for the opportunity for all of them to get a nice little bit of a taste of Mike. Pause. Meanwhile, all of this to say it's gonna get tough here. Mike just trying to see if he can get away, but it's not gonna be enough. And it looks like Pace is gonna be the one who takes the elimination away.
Yeah, Pace is he's been sparing that Erudition a little bit too much, but it's working. It's purple focus after a certain amount of time, so he's gonna be able to work off of it. You can fight up against Arano. We know what Arano got. Danger zone, man. Listen, he's gonna be going ahead, rocking out here. He's gonna see those cannon shots, gonna see that rupture gale. This is absolutely what Zippings do not like, and they're getting pressured out. For it, the V1 force procs. F1's in 5 seconds. He gets caught, and that's gonna be 1 hit left. And that's AIS with that bow shot. He's looking for another bow shot. Listen, this man on the Sniper Elite 4 gaming. Of course, he's looking to try to pick up the loot. We got the top 3 players in the bottom left to make it through qualifying of top 12. Between AIS in the first cameras, SS1's Pace in the second, Frostfist from Team Alliance in the third. Very close between all 3. They're still within the margins of passing one of each other. Frostfist at the lower end. He had 27.8, needing approximately around 4.7 points to pass out AIS. Now, Pace, a little bit closer, 3.5. And 3.5 is only 3 eliminations and losing out your opponents to, get eliminated for replacement points. And this really comes down towards the wires. Matara versus double Liams. And these are the only Liams in the lobby. And these are the only Liams in the lobby that can really create some stress here. Spider, though, and Narano still being the only Keelans in the lobby are up against a Justina and a Hadi and a Temi. The Temi circle could be the make or break, since we saw Unique just hanging around. So he's somewhere in the world. Let's put it that way. Unique somewhere in the rolls. We're gonna look at the replay though. Verse. This is the second Rome Yang fight I wanted to see. Verse up against Mike. Verse took the victory here. Flight uppercut not gonna come out here. Versus gonna keep that sliding motion with the scare rushes. Catches it again and again. Going for the TOD. This is how we lose it, huh? And now Mike's gonna get caught by another neutral horizontal into the R&B release just like that. No way to escape. Once that combo breaker, once that whisk is up, it's gone. There's no way of saving himself. Octa Slash Blade into play though. Rupture Gale Orb gonna have a chance of seeing about whether or not he's going to get enough opportunity using that Rampage. I'll be 100% honest, that Verse has. But he does have a Gold Hong Sword, so we're definitely going to see that one coming out. And a Soothing Moon, just for the supplies pool here, Dobby. And that's going to be where the endgame circle comes out. And a Poison Slash for Pace, a little touch of death if it comes down to somebody in the end circle. But he also has Sap Jade, so if he gets a parry, he's sustaining himself out. And that, like that, we got a White Tiger's prowess in the field of play.
You're going to rotate towards this one as well, towards this. I mean, there's still a lot of momentum really to kind of be had for some of these areas here. See if they can get that one going a little bit more. Obviously, Spider, well up top here. He decided to back off this year. So, I mean, so far, the games are really good, though. Mike getting caught in a tough situation with that many players here. I mean, really giving him a tough situation here towards this. That wasn't necessarily the best, I will say, but love to see what else they can do here towards this as the AIS decides he's going to back off this. Does not want to give him a little bit more of an interesting thought. AIS able to work through so much more here. And now he's just being able to dive back towards this just a little bit more here. AIS. Oh, look at AIS in terms of what he got. He's got a nice little Soul Jade here to be able to put some momentum on his back. He said, I wish somebody pull up right now. I'll pull it out and let everybody know. Ah! Oh, never mind. T almost got caught by that, actually.
Almost.
That would have been.
That would have been set up. Everyone would actually lobbied on them. It would have been the case. I think AIS, though, having advanced heal as well here, pretty snaz. But Aurora Burst did get nerfed. It did get nerfed this patch. Less silence duration, less damage, but it's still viable. Area of effect as it comes out, and it does this work, especially if the setup is immaculate. Now, Verse, on the other hand, man, this man can't get a catch-up break. Remember, like I said, he's got Rampage. If he needs to purple focus his way out of victory, he can do that, but it's only up to the case where someone's not right in front of him looking for an omnidirectional parry. And for now, it's going to be an investment of the ult here. He's going to be going straight towards the cave, into this region, just looking to try to reset. But guess what, Pace? Bring out the R&Bs. He's got Erudition. Oh, he's proccing ultimate for that. And that's it. That's it. Soulbloom picked up by Pace. It's like nothing ever happened. He got himself a +1. Remember, Pace is the one that's closest towards the bracket of knocking out. And AIS is down towards this area. That's his opponent. Did he just hide in the bush right in front of his opponent? Bro, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way he got away with it.
Ain't no way. Sometimes you really just have to, you gotta read towards that and be able to understand like what certain things are able to do in some of these aspects. Sometimes it can be very, very hectic, and you just never know. Oh man, nice little bit of a stack to be able to find that as well here, but sadly wasn't able to really foil through it. Toronto able to find it and takes that wild step a little bit more. Now let's see if they can keep it all the way to the end here. Oh, nice little parry to connect it onto Pace here. Not looking good here as Arano ends up getting caught by both of them on Spider's sake. Meanwhile, you're going to be able to take it with the stun. Not able to do a whole lot, though, but one of them decides he needs to dip out of there as best as possible. Here's Pace. He's able to actually disappear throughout all of them here. And he ends up finding another one up top here. Now he's getting chased by another one here. Not looking good as the Bane's Breath is going to be right on the side of it here. Definitely has to be careful here. Trying to do the disappearing act as best as he can. Pace ends up getting caught, though, by one of the ulties here, by one of the players, and now Pace just trying to see if he can dip out as best as possible here. It's not looking good for him. Oh, no, and just like that, Arano gets finished, duked. He says you thought you had the opportunity, and just like that, he is done.
90k gold on Arano, but no shop in sight. Can't make a way towards it. His Moonbane's going to be knocking down the entire side of this area, this region. No one was able to disengage towards the south. Everyone is locked in where they are. Frostbus, and he's just minding his own business. You know, he's got enough chances here. He's got the Octa Slash Blade still. He's got the Soothing Boons. Got himself, in terms of a, if I'm not mistaken, he's got himself a Rampage as well for his stead. So this works out, you know, for what it comes out. Remember, there's a lot of weapons on the ground, especially that loot from that Mystic Might, or from that White Tiger's Prowess Spirit Well earlier. That gold armor will no longer be under the hands of the wielder. It will then be available after a certain amount of time, 5 minutes if I'm not mistaken. So just keep an eyes out. He's looking over there, making sure if it's been enough time. Obviously, he knows that Arano has considered the White Tiger's Prowess proc. But Star takes his fight into the ravine. The whole check. The R&B is going to come out here. The F1 is going to be invested now. Arano cannon shots. Boom. Rupture Gale. Boom. Rupture Gale again. And we're going to hit another one. This is a lot of burn ticks. He's going to be forcing out Hottie Ultimate. And Arano's still not stopping with these cannon shots. He doesn't have a secondary one, but he switches straight towards the musket. Looking for a pot shot. Looking for one hit. That's all it's going to be. This Star is, oh my goodness, a sneeze away from death, a dust particle, and that's going to be Spider with that pellet shot. Spider at 2 eliminations, finding elimination, getting that soul and just getting himself the loot that he needs to go ahead and work into the end game. Supplies right now, they're going to be a must, and this is going to be a terrain position where verticality is going to be the most key factor here, Dobby, where someone is not going to be careful, they could be knocked away very, very soon.
Let's see if he can follow through with it as well here, as there's so many different players still up top here. Still trying to dish it out as much as possible. Spider looks like he's about to pop his ulti here, and it looks like it could be dangerous for one of these players. It looks like AIS ends up getting found here. And it looks like now one of them ends up getting targeted here. Let's see if that's going to be the case. Oh, the question is he able to find AIS yet again? He's going to take his time here. It looks like AIS might potentially be the target. Oh, wait. Oh, one ends up getting hit. That is Spider trying to catch it onto this next strike here. Oh my goodness, ends up catching AIS from the outskirts of the circle here. He wants AIS gone. I don't know what's going on here. He's got beef with him, clearly. Meanwhile, another player ends up getting sent from outside towards the bottom of the bridge here. Goodness gracious. Spider dangerously low here. I actually don't know where he ended up losing so much of his damage during that fight. He was playing so well, and he really had a lot of strike charge towards this, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, he had no shield, no heal. I was like, yo, what happened? In a matter of seconds, just like that, AIS is gone. Yo, AIS got targeted. That was so
Yo, they went after the Liam, bro. Liam, get him out. He's the only one left. Get him out. I think that's going to be the case. The thing is, Spider ran out of ult just at the nick of time where he was able to confirm the kill, but wasn't able to do so. I mean, he led in on top of the tree trunk, and then all of a sudden his ultimate was done. He went for horizontal. Didn't have enough sustain to kind of hold out there. He had half health, half armor. He was taking a lot of damage, ship damage. Just some neutral hits. Avoiding that whisk throw was kind of a miracle, but Spider is in a tough spot. 500 HP, 600 HP, I should say. Still trying to keep himself in the kiting position, but I don't think he can afford the kite here. I think he's looking to try to go ahead and find a spot to heal, but he's putting the pressure on. And that's going to be another chance here. Don't take damage, a cannon shot, and a burn. And oh my goodness, Arano found the elimination just like that because of the semicircle, and now he finds Unique. I made mention of the Unique earlier, and there's Unique right now. Finding Arano here. Can't do anything about this. Going to force Frostbus to go for that 1.0, but you remember the Cloud Weaver's going to be in play. Ripple Step, Phantom Step. Big chance for Arano just to go ahead, back off for one little bit heals. He knows that Soul Balloon is there. Now he spots it. Octus Slash Blade, as mentioned before, going to be coming out, avoiding this Cloud Weaver. A miracle. F2 to mitigate through the stagger. Love to see it. Matari ult still available from Frosty. He's looking for another Octus Slash. He confirms it. He burns the combo breaker. He's looking for it again. Looking to try to get some high ground, trying to avoid that Cloud Weaver, because the moment he gets caught into that Cloud Weaver into the zone, this is going to be an unfortunate circumstance for him. He's got F2 in a couple of seconds. Frostbus ready to go for that pelvic thrust. Gets it. Nice conversion as that Keelan ultimate is now procced. Frostbus is now A-okay to space this one out, as Arano had to invest his ultimate as a defensive measure.
I mean, those defensive measures can only go so far. Not gonna lie. It's a little harder to do that sometimes when some of the other ones are just, well, it's not They're not making it easy for you.
Oh, yeah.
See if they can work towards this here. Let's see if they can work to rotate it as Arano down towards the very end of this. Unique and Frostum is trying to make sure. Oh, never mind. He gets the double parry on both sides here. Unique outside of the circle here. Doesn't look good on both sides here. Frostum ends up throwing himself all the way outside, though. And it doesn't matter. He takes the parry. He gets the finish. Ladies and gentlemen, Frostum is able to get the second elimination. Gets the... Actually, yes, Frostum takes the finish the way that he needs to. Ladies and gentlemen, he gets his second dub of the night.
Yo.
Wow.
The moment I saw him tap dodge carry that Cloud Weaver, I was like, oh my God. I'm like a abuelita at the bodega hearing a story about some poor soul, you know? And I'm like, oh my God. Everything comes out for Frostfist, yo. Second MVP tonight, third MVP in... But folks, game 6 gonna proceed out here. Spawns all across the place. Smokeism Haven. Uncle Bobby here. And we're gonna be having a showcase whether or not Pace is gonna find AIS in the mix of things. Maybe for spam blue focuses, maybe for, you know, spam of 1, 2, 3s. Who knows? Because a lot of surprises can be happening here. And this is gonna be the final game tonight.
We love when it's a good final game. See if they can work towards it, see if we can make it happen here. AIS is gonna go through with this one. Definitely still a little bit of some landing spots in Shadow J Mine. Looks like Celestia is going to find at least 1 or 2 players. Wayne Shrine, Servants Grounds as well. I don't think anybody landed in the SS Winery here. Meanwhile, the ulti comes through here with one of our only few Alders that we have in this. Love to see it though, as the T225 ends up catching him. Oh! Ends up depleting him of his ulti here. I don't know if that was just the timing or if that was the water, because you know water and fire don't mix, you know. You know it don't mix, so... Pretty good overall here. See if they can keep that same momentum here as the staff ends up putting some damage here right in between Burst here. Burst able to catch him with the combo, but T225 was able to keep it together here just so he doesn't get caught. Pretty good to see. Could have been real bad though with this Pace ends up getting caught by the parry of BIS. Nice little bit of a reset though coming through as he's able to find it, but sadly ends up getting caught by another player as well. Still able to duke it out here as everybody's just kind of scrambling, maybe to get a nice little decent bit of a pick, but maybe still has the opportunity for something, potentially. Maybe to find something good for their loot, maybe something that'll keep them going, maybe a Soul Jade that'll give them a little bit more of a boost. Let's see how this goes, though.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, because Frost is right now blue armor, blue fan. Better than most. You know, common rarity weapons, common rarity armor is usually what you can kind of expect, or even better than the blue weapon. But Phosphorus is playing healing. He's at 47% on his ultimate. So whether or not he wants to take some sort of poke damage here and there, it's going to be up to the participants in taking their own fights. Now, Shaw takes a full-blown RMB from Purple Spear. Not a good chance here to stand out. Forcing a solo pickup, though. Mike will get his first second elimination. My bad, bro. And looking towards and making sure Exon has himself to hold out RMB. The F2 Roar gets no confirmation for a stagger. Horizon Blue Focus comes out. LMBs come through. Making sure he goes for pounces. There's the one Clink. Looking for Clink number 2. Isn't going to have a successful energy for it. Exon looks to go ahead, hold the blue focus again and again. And Mike just fiending for a parry. And that's going to be where we can get from Mike. Another pounce, another Clink, another dollar. V2 pounds available again. Tap dodge. And that Liam teleport missed. Now Exon has another one ready to go here. There's going to be the F2. But there's going to be another Auric Sword. Double dodge, triple dodge. And Mike looks to horizontal and gets caught into the block extreme. Gets caught by neutral. And that's going to be where the RMBs come out here. Oh my goodness. We're looking for a musket shot. We're looking for the clean shake, right? And another Clink to finish off the job. Exon finds his first elimination. Mike now has to find a reset position because now it's going to be up to starting from ground zero.
Ground zero is your ground one.
How about ground to the power of 0 to the power of -1?
All right, you lost me. I didn't do well with PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I wasn't good with all that growing up in school. Well, I became a caster. Stay in school, kid. Meanwhile, they able to put themselves right back into the mix here. Is still able to find a little bit of something. Ooh, a nice little bit of a strike though with the musket. It's like both of them waiting it out here, trying to see if maybe the blue focus, maybe waiting for somebody to bait it out, but it's not going to be enough as T225 actually ends up cucking Pace while he's in the middle of the fight here. Here comes the combo to be able to keep it together here. It looks like he's going to force Pace to be able to pop the ult in here. Decides to back off this. He wants no smoke at all towards this. So he's able to get a little bit of the heals off. T225 still wants to see if maybe he can get something, but he decides not to. Sides ends up stopping. Pays no mind to it, decides he doesn't want to get them much of that energy. Now Pace running it back, trying to see if maybe they can find something that's going to be a little bit more healthy, a little bit more helpful. And it looks like Pace fighting this out with D225 up top here. Both of them waiting it out, just trying to see if maybe one is going to be able to fall for it here. Even with the parry, not going to be able to do so as Pace is able to go through with the reset, but ends up getting caught at the last hit. Coming through here, I keep forgetting that that's a rubber chicken, and I'm like, what is that sound?
Man looks around, looks above, looks left to right. Rubber chicken in the game. Who'd have thought?
Just a, you know, I'm like, what is that? I was like, oh, it's the chicken. My bad, I forgot.
Clink number 2. I was about to say, I mean, AIS really rushing down there. LMB, okay, we're looking for clink number 3. Clink number 4. Pistol shot, just like that. Bow shot, oh, we hit those. 5 though, where's the F1? Clink number 5. Man, I'm gonna count these on my fingers. I can't go to my toes. We're gonna have to go really crazy out here because AIS is gonna be burning up Tarka alive. You know it's crazy that Tarka's not immune to flame, but we don't talk about that. Listen, AIS captures this. This is where Hottie can actually outpace. There's the burn. There's it. That's it. GG's. Burn should be enough. The chase down is it's tough. Tarka can't do really much against Hottie, so he's gonna be going ahead chasing this one down. AIS gets 2 eliminations, taking his lead back up. Now it's up to Frostmas passing Wufong. 0.1 difference. Please. Where's Light Hypernova? Listen, I want Frostmas to be able to make it through here, bro. And I know Light has caught in the past week, he probably caught like 17 strays in multiple facets of media. Unintentionally. But Frostmas is right there. And Pace is close behind. He's got 1 elimination. He's 1 elimination up. We got a Rummy Yang here. FPS's versus AIS are looking to try to hunt this one down here and try to take Portal. Purple armor on both ends of the spectrum. Blue fist plates. We're looking at a mirror between both of these guys' gears. The only difference is the HP. Jade's going to be higher here for HP for AIS, but maybe Verse has a little bit more mitigation. We're going to see some chip, though, coming out here. A little skirmish. Not going to fully commit, though. We're going to look to repair this fist plate. It was at 19 durability. That wouldn't have lasted long, considering it gets a Valda. And then for AIS, still has a chance to try and look for burning up here and trying to get his ultimate. Have 2 investment. As Verse backs off here, I don't know, AIS, he's burning his resources. He's getting caught by a potion. I lost all his armor. Listen, you got a Rummy Yang pass, he can get a full reset, and Verse is on the water spear. Listen, he threw it in the direction of AIS. He was not far too in between, and Pace is in the distance. He's still throwing at AIS. But really just throwing these out here, Dobby. And then you can see Pace is trying to instigate this further by opening up the cave for the whole lobby to find out that there is going to be some action here.
See if they can be able to rotate towards this one here as AIS is able to find some decent amounts of loot here. Inside of this cave, I'm surprised Pace ain't decided really to fight at all. Looks like there was a little bit of agreement there towards that. He decides not to. Well, with this rotation, though, I was still very confused by that, though. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little confused. He was right in front of him. I thought he was really gonna actually take his time and really fight through that, but obviously not. Yeah, it looks like Spider and couldn't tell who the other player was. It did go up a little fast. As Fun Plus Phoenix's first is gonna be able to fight this out. As Spider pops open the ulti here, trying to wait for the timing. Oh, wow. Verse was able to find suit of that so well here. He's able to catch him with the blue strike and that combo. Spider was able to come back a little bit with something as well here. Timing couldn't have been any better as they both forced forward the heals to come through on both sides. Just a little bit. Oh, look at all those kicks here. Wasn't able to actually find anything for that as well. He was a little bit ahead of it. Should I say up top? Now with that, Spider trying to see if he can fight it. Oh, nice little bit of a tiger take down here towards this one. Nice little bit of reset. Oh, catches him inside of the water. You know, cats hate water. The Spider is going to be able to catch the combo onto him as well here. So now with that, Still's going to be able to work towards this a little bit more here. Steadily trying to find it. Oh, nice little combo to be able to find strikes coming through with Spider. And it looks like he's able to gain some of his shield, though, but it looks like Verse is going to be able to do the exact same thing. He pops the ulti, though. Verse trying to see if maybe he can picture it up with the ball, though. Oh, ends up catching him yet again with another bubble. Nice little bit of a combo coming through here. No blues as well towards this. Is able to get some nice kickdowns here. Looks like both of them waiting it out towards the very end here. This might be one of those games where I don't think both of them are actually going to be able to get the dub. This might be the one where both suffer. I'm not going to lie to you. I could be wrong, and I could be entirely wrong as I jinxed it a little too hard. Spider was able to capture the elimination and get it going.
I was watching. I was like, real? Are you going to say this right now? Wait a second. And that's going to be the case. Rupture Gale Orb picked up by Spider. Gold Greatsword maybe going to be a Kong Sword. He has purple nunnies, and that's like Oculus' like sauce, I guess you could say. I mean, listen, it's his best in slot. Like for the Oculus F1 gamers, nunnies is his best friend. Oculus F2 gamers, still the same case. Catching the dash LMBs if you can. Now SS1 space on top of the hilltop over towards the Sunvale dwelling. Hiding out here. Purple dagger. Have one elimination. Remember, my man's on top of Lock Duty. Star eliminates space. The only thing limiting Frostfist is just placement. I think this is actually going to be the case. Hold on a second. We still got all 12 players live. We still need like three boys to go down. And Roman Depletion's on 2. So now it's up to whether or not Star can live this one out or if Pace can get caught into the elimination bracket right now. For the R&Bs, Crouch LMBs. There it is.
A lot of R&Bs.
1, 2, 3s. A lot of Liams, a lot of action. How the heck did we have 6 people show up in the vicinity of this area?
Hey, listen, it takes one fight, and you know how everybody is. They smell a little bit of blood. We call them the shark. All of a sudden, did that stun 4 people?
Yeah, bro. A lot of things happening, bro. Too many things happening. Star losing his purple armor and then picking up blue on the spot. This is Crow's Nest. And for everyone to make their way towards Crow's Nest, of all places, I mean, particular to the Rumyang portals, yeah. But then we also have to keep in mind that we just came through from the from Sun Cave, so everyone kind of made their way towards this area, and this is going to be where half the lobby nearly is into the extension. So with that, AS still looking to go up against Star, and we have Pace showing to the scene, pulling out the works because GG Shaw, he's up against Exon, and he's not looking so hot right now. Oh my gosh.
Wow, what a finished combo toward. Whoa, GG Shaw's not done. Hold on. GG Shaw said, Frosty, you can get it next. You want a vanilla swirl or do you want chocolate? What you want, huh? You want to get wicked, we can get wicked. Oh, nice little turnaround strike towards that. Is able to actually read it twice on both sides here. Frostivus is able to pop the ulti here. It's going to try to see if he can force it. Nice little bit of a carry juggle towards that. Almost catches him on the next one. Unlike it, ends up missing out towards it. Ooh, ends up finding him yet again. Oh no, this is not looking good for GG Shaw though. He might have bit off more than what he could chew. And it looks like Frosty is able to complete it all the way towards the end of that one. And GG Shaw, unfortunate. He gets eliminated toward that one here. Spider dangerously low here. Has to get outside of the circle. Now looking good for him though, as he does end up getting eliminated, but he's got that Vermilion's Bird Mite. And he ends up catching Arano inside. Meanwhile, Verse trying to see if he can capture him inside of this combo here. Beautiful combo to be able to get him. At least deplete most of his shield though towards this. Oh, almost tried to find it on the next one. Sadly, was not able to here. Looks like he almost catches him inside of the juggle here. Oh, nice find towards that. The grapple coming through from Spider here as he ends up finding the third party, but not enough to capture the finish here. And Verse is able to capture another elimination just to get it going towards him finally. After all that time, all that space, all that momentum, finally able to get one. His first one. And it looks like it's not going to be his, it's going to be his first, but it might be his last. If Spider ends up closing in this gap and he's doing everything he can to maneuver this just little by little here to not get it away. He's going to be able to dive strong, but it looks like Spider's cannon is actually able to complete that a little bit more. He's able to get the next elimination, second elimination in this game as Frostivus pushes himself totally around the game.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, man. Frosty almost came through with that one. I was kind of looking towards it, but you know, it happens. I was really egging on for Verse to survive. Star died out the Roaming depletion, so now we are in the top 8 bracket so far for the players. Top 8 players should say that are left alive. Pace entering to the zone, just looking to see if it can find some supplies off the dead bodies of his foes. I mean, listen, the remains are somewhere around there, folks. Maybe you can find it, and he finds it. He finds a soul bloom, and he's looting the heck out of it. Now it was going to be a lot of loot. That's purple dagger. That's purple, Honk sword. Not any of these, no specialty jades, but we do have Romiang to be looked upon in terms of fights, as Pace is the only person against Frostfist in terms of odds. Now Frostfist just got multiplier points for placement, or not multiplier, placement points due to the number count being less and less. He's up against T225. He's up against Tarka and Romiang. I know Duncan's out there. I know this man is saying oogly boogly. I know he's looking at this in hindsight. He's at T225. You better get this dub, man, or else I'm gonna elbow punch you when we reach every single one of these heights. And Frostfist is like, I got you, homie. I'm gonna sit in the lobby. But Frostfist puts him out, because this is going to be a Target versus Keelan fight. And I'm very curious to see about who's going to come out on top here, Dobby.
T225 obviously being up top is obviously the one you want to go for, but I feel like Frostivus has a lot to prove here. He's towards this final fight here. Obviously, he really needs to duke this out here. I really do feel like I would like for... I'm not going to say who, because I feel like if I say it, it's going to be a jinx on that person. I say it all the time. Frostivus. I would like for Frostivus to be able to win this. Let's see if maybe the Catch the Curse is going to go the opposite direction here. He pops the ulti. He's able to get some nice strikes here, trying to see if he can find it. He gets. There's another one. Airborne does it yet again. T225 dangerously low. Now, just like that, Frostivus is on the right side of this one here, as now he has the opportunity really to close this and clutch this out here. He gets airborne, gets the finish. Can he capture the follow combo? Yes, indeed. Frostivus keeps the game alive for himself. He gets some eliminations. Does that put him over the top? He might have done.
Yeah. You know, he's dap him up. And he also gets a Phoenix Blast with a purple longsword. So, you know, this man's about to cook up a storm of hellfire. I think he's going to go for my Tigers. Yes, he will. And that's going to be where he's going to lead you out here. He's got a purple gold spear, I should say, on standby too. So that's where he's going to be cooking up for what it is worth. And kind of hoping to see if anyone's hiding out there. Now, Paste lagging behind here for eliminations. All it takes is a couple of placement points. Now, unfortunately, into the case. And AIS is also on the chopping block for that, you know, value as well. He's still alive. He is a hottie. And hotties like to keep themselves hidden when it comes out until it's endgame circle. That's where Tessa comes in and denies that type of issuance. You know, it's kind of funny. I saw Frostivus go up against that Tarka, and I'm like, man, I'm not gonna throw any shade. But there's so many Tarka players in seeing a Mortal War that I think it's like, yeah, this is another day, another Mortal War day, and you know, just figured out where to fight them out and took them by the horns and took them out. Considering that Keelan is having just full pressure inside of Romiang is one thing. When Tarka is not able to capture him, that's a whole different scenario. And that's what we're going to see right now, because Frostivus is now up against another key target here, another key hero, another key pick when it comes towards a round selection. That's Akos. And the proc on the Akos ultimate is huge, especially when it's Spider. Having to force an ultimate against a foe like Spider like that, and you be the one to hunt him down, is absolutely diabolical for the pressure.
Spider doing some absolute movement work towards this though. Wow.
Yo.
Telling you, Spider's one of the best in the game, man. In terms of his movement, him and Mike is like neck and neck. Like, those boys really know how to maneuver and move when things is really like, you know, it's
schmoving.
When it's important and you really got to get out of harm's way, those two know how to really move.
Like, dude,
on, Pace is just killing.
That bomb dash was crazy. I'm still thinking about it. Into the ledge grab. It's like an acrobat. You have to see. I know people are still looking in chat. They're looking for Tarka to lead out here as on top. And I mean, in NBPL specifically, all right? It'll be an interesting notion if it comes out where T5 gets like 5 eliminations. Nice parry though. Big LMB, big uppercut, grapple one of Destiny, terrain. Oh, but he gets the dual halberds for the swap. That's actually good. It's forcing out AIS's ult. And like I said, right, AIS, hottie, he only wants to make himself known until it comes down to the end circle, but it's not even there yet. We still have under 10 minutes left. His ultimate has been consumed. He still has at least 40% rage left on the bar, and Spider's still getting hunted out here. Frostivus just creating this tension around him, you know? And this scary feeling that something's watching him, you know, and it's a Phoenix Blast Keelan for everything that's worth. So whether or not Frostivus catches one target to the next, if he catches a grapple bump for the longsword, that could just set up for a combo breaker to be invested, and that just gives full reason for the lobby just to target a prio that person completely when it comes down to that pressure.
Meanwhile, with all of that as well towards this, it looks like Pace gonna be able to push in towards this though, as Pace is able to find the next bit. Tries to be able to rotate towards this though, still able to do what he can as the Tarka ends up catching his ulti on the outskirts here. Pretty good though. Oh, nice and fast. Almost actually gets still able to work out towards it though, as T225 is T225 trying to see if he can maneuver this out of here, and just like that, Tarka is out of here. One thing I do like about Tarka though, when he knows how to get out of way, he knows how to get away. T225 able to play this pretty strong here. Able to get a little bit more of the shield and the heals. Keep it depletion going here. Let's see if they can keep this maneuver going towards this hill. Let's See, there's so much happening here. T225, I don't know where T225 is trying to go. I don't know if he's trying to find like a little nook and cranny. I don't know if he's trying to find a quick space to maybe get some eliminations here. I don't know what he's diving for. A little bit of confusion here.
The thing is that the whole lobby can now lobby out this. Look at this, man. They know where the target is and they're holding into the corners. They can cannon shot through the walls. Nothing can stop this. The only thing that can stop this is putting himself closer towards that corner. When the other corner is getting shot, T225, I know he's about to be mad. I know, I'm looking at him. Yeah, I'll be mad too. But hey, T225, you're qualified, bro. We take those a little bit, you know. A little salty though when every single person in the lobby is cannoning you. You're gonna get some talks in the back room. He's probably gonna text somebody going through in this end. Spider though, hiding around, spaced, taking the side quest. This man finished the main story quest. At least that's what we think. He is still 4 points behind. Let me rephrase that. He is 4 points behind, and then he would still tie up for Shishang. But that's only if he can have more kills than Shishang, and then he passes him. Forcing into this Spear Well, though, White Tiger's power is going to be in effect. Mike is going to have to look to the Aka's ultimate. I think he's nearly the completion of it. Yep. And that's going to be it. He's going to find himself not going to pick up any of the gears and use that as a reserve tool. Going to be looking towards Frostbus.
Did he not want to go get something? How did you stand in front of that ninja?
Nah. So no one can take any of that gear. No one can take any of the items in there, so he's going to use it as a reset tool. Obviously, no gold staff. He is wanting to aggress. He is pretty close when it comes down towards where he's at. Just taking as much action as he can, because the moment that someone takes the fight in that direction towards that Spear Well, he can then go ahead and pick up the stuff, because that's where it's going to end up going regardless, because that zone is closing in towards the area.
Let's see, though. Frosty gonna be able to get away in harm's way. Ends up popping the no ult zone. He says, yeah, y'all want to come over here, but y'all ain't gonna be with all that ulti. Not looking good for Frostbus, but it's okay though. 35.8, pretty good. He's gotten himself up there in that 10th place position. He's done pretty well. Does end up getting eliminated off that. He does end up getting some points. AIS actually gets up a little bit higher with the 36, so it's okay. Honestly, good, solid performance coming through. 35.8 points in 6 games for Frostbus. Honestly, pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah. Even if Pace somehow gets, 5 points. Since Shishang isn't playing today, Frostbus is safe. Absolute cinema. My hands are in the air. I'm like Scorsese, Back of the taxi cab. All right, we're done. We got a chance of Mike actually picking.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that. We got a chance here for the Phoenix Blast. Juggernaut to be stacked up here if Mike decides to want to worry himself out and just building up that up. Paced. No special DJ. It's this man, like I said, he's been on the side quest grind. He's essentially doing the long, the long run. Instead of 24/7ing the grind, he just let me just enjoy the game. Cannon for Spider. Ruptured Gale Orb. Having the Mortal Defiance Jade. Gonna be where it comes through. And Mike finds Unique off of this vicinity here. Tessa's gotta get her out. Hoping to see if the lobby sees this Tessa escaping there. See a Smolder, the strike to come out. And now Spider looks to try to engage with the F2 Roar. B1 from Tessa comes out. Unique finds himself in the zone. And then you're going to see Mike actually try to go ahead and get this little kill. He's going to be successful for it, but Spider wants to try to snag him as fast as possible. Exon's inside the building over towards the Artisan's Grove, and he is well aware of the situation here. Knew he couldn't use his F1 in that direction. Gets caught with the F2. Nope. Going to activate the ultimate to mitigate that pressure, and there's going to be a chance for Pace. Just look for the RMBs. Like I said, placement points and points all together. That's what Pace needs. He needs 1.5 points. That means he needs a kill, an elimination, and a placement point just to make himself go through here. Otherwise, he's going to have to really survive out here for placement outright for like 2nd or 3rd place. Just straight up and just kind of hold down the fort, because now it's going to be the top 5 players left alive in the lobby.
Let's see what happens here towards this final fight here. We still have at least 5 people alive for this final game here. So far, we got some pretty good just of stuff here. I feel like Mike, I would love to see if Mike actually does steal this double away towards this final fight here. Like I said, he is close to where he could end up losing some placement, but it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to lose all the way to the end here, though. But this will be very surprising, though, mainly because, like I said before, this will be the first time that Mike actually does not qualify, depending on how well Unique, X1, and some of the other players do towards the end of these games. That's the thing that's really going to be the deciding factor for some of these play styles. Is look at Pace. Ace was able to capture a second elimination. He was feeling it out with some of this. He knows what to do. He's been able to dive deep towards this overall here. Nice little bit of a time strike towards this, and able to shut that down even better. Now, for Mike and Ace was able to find so much more towards this. Nice little dive. Ooh, almost catches him on the outskirts here. And now he forces Pace to be able to pop his ulti as well.
Teleporter there.
It's interesting to note that when we first started these games, the players was getting eliminated like well before, like I think probably around this time when the circle was ending. So probably around like circle 6, like when it ends. And now, ever since I'd say game 3 and beyond, they've been all lasting toward. Oh no, Spider ends up getting caught. Oh man. Absolutely insane coming through. That's such a satisfying thing to see, though. Is that not satisfying when you see them getting caught up by that one Soul Jade and then it gets just shredded?
Shredded, dude.
Whether it's gold, coin, whether it's like when you get in between that and you see that, I know as a player, that's got to feel so satisfying. Even if you don't get the elimination, it's still just like, that was nice. That was cool.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Comparisons. So it's the feels bad era. Pace goes down. Feels bad. Loses out placement for the top 12. Yeah, by 1 kill. I don't know how many kills he had, or 1 point. I don't know how many kills JDG has for Shishang, but if he did have higher, then that would have been really unfortunate. But it is what it is. We got top 3 left on the board. Dreadful Will has been picked up, I'm pretty sure. And like you said, it is really enjoyable getting that lock on with the cold focus. It's annoying when it happens to you, but when you get it off, free real estate, you know, for enjoyment of the factorization of just, you know, get good. Skill check. I'll stop. Listen, having Spider to look towards us, he's doing parkour. Looking for the backflips here, looking for the cannon shots. That's how his skill goes up here. It's like a, you know, pro skater move. Done. You know, every single time. Holds the R&Bs. Looking for the R&B from the longsword though. Anticipating the scare rush. Gets caught by a smolder. Not a lot of points, but that's a lot of.
Here comes the smolder.
White health bar. Like Smog of the Dwarven Hills. Big chances for Mike. Grapple bump extension. Okay, we go for their R&B release because we know that may or may not hit. And V2 in the zone. Unfortunate for Exen. Binding zone to get right back into it. Mike is already prepared for that with the R&B. Oh my goodness. Spider, you menace. And finding out the scare rush opportunity was there.
Here goes the fight
you've
been
Mike
wanting.
is caught out. I think Spider might be looking for the dash LB spam. Dash LB? Yep. R&B. Okay, you went for a risky move there, my friend. But there's going to be the ultimate. And that's going to be one chance. B2 right in the zone. Right in the dome. Free victory for Spider, second MVP today, and takes himself out 4 against Mike for round 6.
Is that his second?
3. Second MVP
that's
today.
His second dub of today.
Oh yeah.
What an insane finish. What an insane find. To be able to do that as well towards this, you love to see it. Absolutely insane. Just to be able to put that one together here and says, hey, you know, we still got a lot more to do. We're not necessarily done. It's only going to get crazier as you love to see how he's able to. Look at Mike. Mike is not happy.
He's reassessing.
Mike is not happy at all. Okay? You see that? He said, nope, I don't like that. That's not how this was supposed to go.